play a little intro music just to get us kind of into it, and then once that's done, we'll get started to it. So what we'll do is we'll play us this one to do it, and then once it ends, you gotta push it again.
Okay.
All right, ready to listen to our intro music? No, bottom one, not that one. Yeah. We're recording. All right, well, we have Madeline Hollern here tonight. Now, you are the editor-in-chief at Austin Monthly for how long now?
I've been editor-in-chief for 2 years, and I've been at the magazine for 14 years.
14 years. Okay, what does an editor-in-chief actually do?
Man, what does an editor-in-chief not do these days is the real question. Theoretically, we run all of the editorial for the print magazine. So, like, we're in charge of assigning and overseeing it.
And how many people are out there, like, writing articles that bring to you?
So we have 2 editors on staff, and then we have some freelance writers, maybe 10 total that we work. I mean, there are more, but, you know, that we work with consistently, maybe 10.
So are you the final say
the
before
final
what
say.
happens? Oh, what goes to print?
Yes, I'm the final eyeballs.
Oh, okay. So you get to see the cover, all the articles, and
Yes.
you're green lighting all of that.
But in today's world, to be editor-in-chief of a city magazine means doing the print magazine, the austinmonthly.com. We run social media. I moderate panels. I go on TV. If we have an event, we market it. I go to hundreds of events a year. It's not just the print magazine anymore. It's all the things.
I've seen you on TV plenty of times. And I see you at every event around the city pretty much.
I do. As my Aunt Maureen says, I get around.
Your aunt tells that about you?
Yeah.
Says that about you?
Well, yeah, she said that one time, and I'm like, yeah, I do. I don't know if I'd phrase it that way, but yeah, I do go to a lot of things.
Okay, that is great to hear. Well,
Yeah.
well, it's true because I see you around the city almost everywhere.
Yes. Yeah, I like staying in the know and trying all the restaurants, going to the bars, going to the new spots.
Now, how many issues a year are you doing? Like what?
So we're bi-monthly at this point. So 6 times a year. Yeah, for print. But again, we're doing daily content, austinmonthly.com. We're doing multiple posts a day on, Austin Monthly's Instagram and social media. So it's all of that.
Nice. Are there certain? Is it all already picked out? Like what?
To put in the print issue? Well,
what it's gonna be. Like you have your food issue. You have your fashion.
Yeah. So right now, it's November.
November
I
now.
never know what month it is because we work so far in advance. Like I never even know what year it is.
Yeah.
So it's November. We're working on our January, February issue. Most of that editorial is set, so we know what we're going to put in there. Not all of it, but a lot of it.
Okay.
And then we know our cover themes for 2026, but we don't know what's going to be in each issue yet.
Got it. Okay, we are going to dive more into that. But first, we are going to jump into our 5 bites, 5 questions. So Angelique over here is going to take over, and she's going to ask you some 5 questions while I serve you some sushi.
Amazing.
Okay, so we'll get to it.
Okay, you ready? We're going to do 5 questions in 5 bites.
Yes.
So first question. You've written everything from Pickle Pizza, most recent edition,
Yes.
Obsessions to Best of ATX Dining Awards. When you're deciding what deserves a spotlight in Austin Monthly, what makes a restaurant or dish stands out as uniquely Austin to you?
Well, I mean, when it came to pickle pizza, it was so unique and so whimsical and funny in the same way that Austin is. Like you hear pickle pizza and you just think this is something that Austinites are going to love. It's hard to define it. It's like I know when I see it, but Austinites like things that are unique. They like things that are quirky. They like things that are nostalgic, Pickles are nostalgic. They make you think of your childhood. So I take all those things into consideration. I also like things that are approachable. I don't like things that are too snobby. And there was a point where the dining scene in Austin got quite snobby and quite flashy, where every single place had a Instagram worthy, bathroom and background, and every dish was being set on fire, or every dish you could do a video to go along with it, which is fun and had its place.
Yeah.
But
But
I
that's
think
not
we're
Austin.
I
That's
think
not
we're
our
kind. It feels
vibe.
a little more Dallas to me. It feels a little more
Yeah,
LA.
don't Dallas or
so I
Austin,
think
right?
that exactly.
Yeah,
I think
don't.
things are gravitating back towards being more approachable, which is more Austin in my opinion.
I mean, that's our flavor, and why would we lose it?
yeah,
Yeah. Sane, have you tried the pickle pizza? No.
it's really good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try it.
hot out of the oven. It's
The photograph was phenomenal too, and the nails and everything.
Yes, we
I saw it in
hired-
Central Market, and I was like, ooh.
Well, this is the funny thing with me is if you know me long enough, eventually I will put you in the magazine or put your pet in the magazine because we'll need a model for something. So we needed a model to have custom pickle nails to be on the cover of the magazine. So I called my friend Liza and said,
Shout out to Liza.
Liza killed it. What's your schedule? And I have this odd request, and what do you think? And it took like 4 hours, I think,
my
to make
goodness.
those nails.
Great.
But it was a
photograph.
really
Great
fun
shot.
cover. Yeah,
Yeah.
we had
It
we had a
stands
food
out on the
stylist. The piece of pizza was
It's also
was
like-
limping down, and she had to put this sort of stick inside. I mean, people don't know what food stylists do. They are so good.
Oh, my
Have you ever seen those things
I've seen it,
online
yeah.
where
Like
it's
shaving
not really
cream and
exactly?
yeah.
It's like you could never eat it, but it looks beautiful.
Awesome. What do we have here, Sane?
This is going to be
Kampachi.
Ooh, one of my faves, and we just eat it in one bite, right? We just go for it. Okay. It's so good.
So good.
I was like, you guys don't need to hear me on camera being like,
Yeah, we-
delicious. Yeah, it's really good.
Delicious. No, it's extra briny. Something in there.
It is.
All right, round 2.
Okay.
Because I have Indian roots, I'm going to ask you this question.
Okay.
I think it was your March piece about the new Indian street food concepts on the east side.
Electric gravy.
Yeah, you note how Mumbai native chef and local hospitality vets are coming together to introduce Indian flavors in Austin, which I am so excited about.
Sure.
How do you see Austin's food scene evolving when it comes to authentic global cuisine rather than fusion or Tex kind of reinterpretation? We see a lot of that.
My hope is that Austin continues to grow. And this is one of the upsides of growth, that the more people that move here, that it will be more diverse here, and we will have more diverse cuisine, because that has always been a detriment to Austin, in my opinion.
I
It's
agree.
one reason, this might sound blasphemous, but I've always thought Houston had the best food scene
absolutely. We
in
keep
the state.
looking.
I'm like, are you going to kick me out for saying that? But Houston's a huge
Yeah.
city. It's much more diverse. So my hope is that as more people move here, there will be more authentic, not just opening an Indian restaurant, but someone who's actually from Mumbai opening an
Absolutely.
authentic restaurant.
With their mom's recipes or something.
Yes,
Yeah.
absolutely. And I think that just comes with growth.
It's interesting. Our last episode with Aaron, Houston came up again too, and it was like, oh, Houston's better, maybe for
Yeah.
now in terms of global.
Of course.
stuff.
Yeah. And Austin, when I got here, it was Tex-Mex and barbecue. And that was really it. So considering where we were 20 years ago compared
Absolutely.
to now, I mean, it's incredible. We've got Michelin recommended, Michelin starred, Bib Gourmand. I mean, unreal.
I agree.
So we're getting there.
Slowly but
Yes.
surely, yeah. Or maybe
But this is an upside of growth. People complain about the cost of living, wasn't I just complaining about traffic when I
Yeah.
got here? There are downsides to growth, but this is an upside that I think the cuisine here will get bigger and better and more authentic,
Is
and
there-
not just be
is
Tex-Mex
there
and barbecue.
one global area that you're interested in kind of having here more than
For food?
yes, where you're like, I really like Szechuan or something.
I don't know. it's a good question. I mean, I feel like we've finally gotten some better Italian restaurants.
Oh, that's true. I'm so
honestly.
surprised by
I
that.
know that sounds really
Yeah.
basic, but you know, when you go to the East Coast or you go to the spots,
Totally,
you're
I'm
like,
from New
this
York.
is- yeah.
Yeah.
What's your favorite Italian spot here? Or do you think we still don't have a good one?
I don't know yet.
Yeah.
It's all good. but
Nothing's blown you away.
No, not
yeah.
yet.
Okay.
But we're getting there,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
What do we have? Hamachi belly. What's this thing on the top here? A little relish. What do you have there? Wasabi.
So good. I always love Toshikan. It's my favorite sushi in the city. And I know it sounds like I have to say that because I'm here. I would just not bring it up if I didn't believe it. I wouldn't name somebody else. I just wouldn't go there. No, I think it's fantastic.
Ready for the next question? Mm-hmm. I feel like this should be rapid fire, but we're eating.
Yeah,
So,
it's okay.
in between. Austin's food scene moves fast.
Yep.
Pop-ups, new tasting menus, speakeasies, and food trucks turning into institutions. What's one dining trend you think will define Austin in the next few years?
Well, I already said it kind of, but I think more approachable, more nostalgic, more family-centric spots. I think the cost of living is insane, not just in Austin, but everywhere with inflation. So I think more approachable kind of middle-class dining spots will proliferate because I don't think people can afford. It hit a point, especially in 2023, where every time you would go out to dinner, it would be $300, and it's a Tuesday night, and you
Yeah.
didn't even get that much food. So I think just
Yeah.
more approachability in general is going to
just
be
from
part
a
of the
family perspective.
Right.
I haven't even thought of that because when we go, I have a 9-year-old. We take her to like Suerte or something.
Right.
You know, it's like, but there has to be an in between. It's
I just
What is
interviewed
that?
the Loudmouth chef, the new pizza place, and he was saying we wanted to create a place that you could take your kid to, but a lot of places that you take your kid to, the food is terrible.
Yeah.
But he wanted something approachable enough, but still good for adults too. So I think there's going to be more of that,
That's
and those
exciting.
places can actually survive.
Yeah.
because the ones that are so expensive, they become more of a special occasion spot, and if they're not getting enough customers night by night,
Yeah.
they won't survive. I mean, there's so much turnover in the restaurant industry.
oh yeah.
I always say I would never open a restaurant. I would
It's
open like a
so-
laundromat or, a storage unit or something like that.
Super practical.
You know,
Oh my
well, if
gosh.
I was just wanting
Yeah.
to, create revenue, not
Yeah.
if I wanted to do something creative and amazing.
It's funny, some of these, the few that do open up that are sort of family oriented. I remember it was like Home Slice in North Loop area.
Yeah.
And it is slammed with families. Like there's just so much business that
Yeah.
comes in. So that
I think there's a real
please
market
take note.
there.
There is.
Sushi for kids? Is that the net? No.
I mean, kids love sushi.
yeah. Well, it's interesting.
Preteens and teens love
I
sushi
have friends
too.
with young children who eat sushi. I didn't even try sushi
Oh, yeah.
until I was 21 years old.
I was from
out
India.
of
There
college.
was no sushi there.
Yeah. These kids are like, give me the wasabi, give me the. It's wild. What do we have here? What is it?
Wagyu.
Wagyu.
Okay. Thanks, Zane.
Thank you. It's so good. I love that. It just melts in your mouth.
He was using a blowtorch back
Like
there.
it feels, yeah.
And it was getting all smoky smelling, and I was trying
Yeah.
to concentrate on
Yes,
you, but the
yes.
smells were
I
like
get it. It's
luring me in
very
there.
distracting.
That's so good.
That was a look. This is going to be a hard-hitting question. I can tell.
Wow. As someone who comes from a journalism background, I looked you up and I was like, oh, she studied journalism. So impressive. How do you manage the emotional side of conveying a city whose food scene is evolving so quickly? Does it ever feel overwhelming to try to capture it all in real time?
That is such an interesting question. the emotional side, like how do you mean
I mean,
exactly?
it's just, is it draining? I mean, how many events do you go on?
The
year?
job itself is
Yeah.
so draining. And I've had so many conversations with other editors in town where we all agree we have the best, most amazing job in the world. And we're so tired because it feels like it's not even just a job anymore. It's a straight up lifestyle.
Oh my goodness.
Because you are doing the print magazine and you're going to events and you're doing social media and you're covering festivals. This is deviating from the question that you asked, I think, a little bit.
It's just there's so much that's asked of you.
Yes.
And also, it's not like we're in a small little town.
Right.
This is a burgeoning, fast-moving thing. So it's not like, oh, there's just 2 events this week. It's maybe
there's
3 in a day.
So many.
Yeah.
And we constantly feel like there's so many places we haven't even tried yet. And there's so many events we haven't even gone to yet. And you can't do everything. So I think you have to find a little bit of healthy detachment when you can. But to be a journalist in this modern era compared to what it was when I started is so different.
Yeah, there wasn't that much of a social
and
aspect.
it used to be just behind the scenes. You know, you were typing on a computer. Now journalists are expected to go on camera, to go on podcasts, which fortunately I love that stuff. But some journalists don't love that, but it doesn't matter. That's the direction it's going with social media, and especially in a world with AI and content creators. This is how you compete and stay relevant. This is how people know they can trust you. They know you're a real human, not just a bot behind the scenes.
For sure. How do you get downtime then? And how do you cleave
I'm working
the Madeline
on that.
outside of the office? Because it's 24/7. It feels like a job that just requires so much of you.
I'm working on the art of saying no.
No is a full
hard.
sentence.
It's
Yeah.
hard because I love the city and I love covering as many things as I can, and I love trying things, and I have FOMO, but I'm trying to get a little bit more balance. But I love yoga. I love walking. I have dogs. I think they center me and ground me. My family lives in Austin or in Lockhart, so I try to spend
that's
time with
wonderful.
them. So I do my best, but I do a lot of bringing people to events and weaving my job into my
Smart.
private life.
Hey
'Cause
sis, you want to hang out? I don't know if you have a sister, but
yeah.
like, yeah.
I do have a sister.
yeah.
She actually works
that'd be
at
great.
Franklin Barbecue.
Oh, no way.
So
Okay.
she was best friends with Stacy Franklin, Aaron's wife, in high school. So we've known them forever. And I still remember when Aaron said, I think I'm going to open a trailer, which my thought was, I bet that lasts. You know, this was 2009.
'Cause you probably
trailers
knew him as
weren't
a
a thing.
teen, you
Well,
know?
and how
Yeah.
many things last? And
Yeah.
then, you know, a year later, he's like Mr. Bon Appetit. So don't follow me for business advice. But yes.
But I'll hang out with your friends because
Yes.
they all just know what they're doing, including yourself.
Exactly.
All right. What do we have here?
Bluefin tuna.
Ooh.
Thanks, Zane. Bluefin tuna.
It's like I don't want to eat it in one bite because I want to savor it, but you just kind of have to, you know? Really good. Do you feel your brain light up?
I feel this.
Yeah. Yeah. It just,
Like the nerves I didn't know were
Yeah.
in the sides of my
taste
cheeks.
buds. Yeah. It's so interesting.
It's like, do I have taste buds in the linings of my cheek?
You
I
do.
don't know. You do?
I don't
Possibly.
know. Maybe you don't. Oh, I don't know the actual science, but whatever's going on in my mouth
It
feels
is,
like
yeah.
it's extending into the cheeks.
Synapses are firing.
Yeah. Don't look to me for scientific or business advice, but grammar advice, maybe.
That's what I do on the podcast. I'm like the IT girl.
Yeah.
Saying will ask a question, I'll be like, but I'm secretly using ChatGPT. Who
Oh
knows?
gosh, ChatGPT. I have such a love-hate relationship
And
with it.
can you at least use it in a good way?
I use it for research.
work?
Yeah,
Yeah.
for research is incredible. I
Okay.
do not use it for writing. In
Oh, no,
any
that
capacity.
is-
Well, a lot
yeah.
of people use it to clean up their grammar
Yeah.
or whatever. I don't do that at all.
But you're so seasoned anyway. You know what you're doing now.
Sure, but you know, a computer might make things more perfect. I will tell you this though, because there are things to be afraid of with AI, but my least favorite part of my job used to be transcribing. So you would do an interview and then you would have to go write down word for word every single thing you said and re-listen to your interview, which it's not always fun to re-listen to
that
yourself
can be
talk.
brutal.
And it would take hours. And with AI, you get back a transcription in 90 seconds and it's 98% accurate. And you can follow along on the words. So it'll show you if you're listening for a direct quote and it's it's changed my life. So there's things I don't like about AI, but I like that.
One last question, 5th question.
Sure.
Okay, I like this one. Let's deviate from that was a little intense. How do you balance your life?
Not
Do you have breathing?
right. Working on it.
Okay. If Austin Monthly gave you an unlimited budget to create a food-themed issue that was completely over the top,
Oh my gosh.
no rules, full fantasy, what would the cover story be?
Oh, what a question. Well, I would say we'd put Sane on the cover, but we have already done that. We would dress up Sane like Taylor Swift, Life of a Showgirl, but we would, he'd have the feathered, what do you call it, hat, and all the sushi.
And maybe one of those ostrich fans.
Exactly. Yeah, we would go real over the top.
I love it.
Fantasy
Sane,
style.
I am so seeing it. Are you?
I do.
She said, a few issues out, they kind of know the theme, but they don't really. I don't know. I think I'll see Sane in Central Market with a little.
Yes, the Life of a Show guy.
Ooh.
Yes,
But he'd probably make it really badass.
But what's tough is then it comes out months later and people are like over it already. It's hard to make it relevant in real time. So maybe we wouldn't do something so topical. I would really lean into fantastical shoots. I still remember a D magazine cover where they put a chef on the cover. I don't remember who it was, but he was sort of disliked and they had thrown all this food at him. Like throwing tomatoes at somebody. And it stuck with me.
That
it was
is so cool.
fascinating. I mean, it was a little mean-spirited. I wouldn't do anything mean-spirited. Or would I? I don't know. But something over the top like that for sure.
That's awesome. I love that. Oh. This concludes our segment of 5 questions, 5 bites.
What is on that? It's like
It's a garlic chili oil.
it was reminding me of like a bowl of ramen I've had before. Maybe the garlic. Really good.
Do you have that crispy chili sometimes?
Do you feel your taste buds lining up your cheeks?
And now I'm feeling it here.
Yeah, I can feel it in my brain. There are certain spots in my brain that I can feel it.
I think he's coming around. Let's switch.
All right. Well, how was the food?
So
you enjoy it?
delicious. It all just melts in your mouth.
Yeah, I pride myself very highly on
How
that
do you
part.
do that? What's the secret? Just fresh fish?
Fresh and temperature.
Okay.
So I actually pull my fish out a little early so it comes down to temp. When it's very cold, it kind of doesn't let the fat kind of melt into it.
Makes sense.
So you've been to the restaurant before.
have.
So when I am actually making, when we're doing the introductions, I'm actually already cutting the fish so that it can come down to room temperature a little bit closer. So you'll notice the difference. If you go to a restaurant where they have the fridges right in front, they grab it, they cut it, and they serve it right away.
Yeah.
That's cold, and it's more stiff and more firm, and you don't get the flavors as well when it's super cold. So everything I do about that is very, very timed.
Well, that's what's so great about restaurants. It's not just the culinary talent, it's the cadence of it and knowing what to pull out when and kind of creating that ambiance. And it's such a skill.
Oh yeah, this restaurant is very scheduled and timed down to the key. It's wild that it looks easy.
No,
but
you're kind of putting on a performance. I made the Life of a Showgirl joke, but
no,
you're
it
kind
is.
of putting on
Life
a
of a
performance.
showman. Yeah.
Absolutely. Showman is the word I was looking for.
Yeah, there it is.
I was like, show guy?
You're like, show guy? I was
Right.
like,
So funny.
Yeah. No, but the funny thing is like everything's on schedule because we have 2 dinners. So we have to.
That's right.
Yeah. And, not only schedule wise of dinners, but schedule wise of how the food, like when it's getting cooked, when we're pulling it out, when I'm trying to get the temperature correctly.
I do have a question for you. I know
course.
you're
No,
running this,
we're in
but
the conversation.
indulge me. I'm used to asking questions. So you have so many celebrities come in here when you've got a musician here or an actor here, do you feel that stress and that pressure, or do you just feel that stress and pressure all the time?
I used to. I don't feel stress and pressure anymore. I used to though, because I wasn't sure how they're gonna act or how I don't want to ask them questions like, oh
Right.
yeah, how's is it fun still singing that song?
Yeah. Right.
Of course it's not.
Sure.
You have a hit and
And then you're forced to sing it for the rest of your life.
Exactly. But I try not to make it. Like, the one thing I love about this restaurant is I try not to make it any interviews or anything. I just want to make it casual.
Yeah.
So what I learned the best is just treat them like any other guest.
That's what they want.
Don't point them out. Don't do anything. I've had people in here incognito before that nobody even recognized, because if you're sitting right here, you can see the person next to you. You can't really see 3 seats down, and your focus is on what we're doing.
Sure.
You can hear the voice. So like, unless you have a very recognizable voice, but sometimes you see each other outside. Like,
Sure.
We had Lamorne Morris in here from New Girl, and someone sat down, and right away they go, "You look like the guy from New Girl." He's like, "Yeah." Like, I don't know. But,
I would just lie. This is not me.
yeah. Oh my God. All the time. Like, even some big DJs, like, or things like that. It's like, yeah, I do something. They'll
The nice
have
thing about
things.
DJs though is you don't always know what they look like. I'm a
That's what
big
they
Rufus
said.
Du Sol fan, but I don't know that I would have known who
Exactly.
they came in.
Yeah, they
right?
have come in,
Yeah,
and
but
that-
I don't know that I would have known just from looking at them who they were.
So Rufus Du Sol, that was a really funny story, because I actually had them sitting towards this end of the bar.
Yeah.
And I had someone over on the corner, and we were talking about the Gorge. Do you know the Gorge?
The
venue.
The venue,
that's
right?
I think it's in Washington.
yeah,
But,
I've just heard of it. I haven't been.
It's supposed to be the most beautiful venue. Like, there's 2 that are so beautiful: Red Rocks
Red
and
Rocks,
the Gorge.
sure, yeah.
But the Gorge is like a whole trip. You gotta drive 2 hours out, but it has this gorgeous view
Mm-hmm.
of just the mountains. Well, not mountains, but like the gorge.
Sure,
Yeah,
right.
whatever. But this girl was talking about her favorite concert that she's ever seen. She said, "I saw Rufus Du Sol at the Gorge, and that was the best concert I've ever seen in my life." And the whole time she said that, and they were actually sitting right here the whole time, and she had no idea.
That's amazing. So did she ever find that
They
out?
figured out because we take a picture at the end, and then I have this guitar that I ask artists to sign, and
Okay.
then when I bring it out, they're like, "Wait, who is that?" And then it's them.
That's incredible.
But
I
yeah,
love
you're
that.
talking about kids and sushi.
Yes.
I've had young kids in here, and one of them.
There's
was,
not an age limit.
No, the youngest I had was actually the singer of Rufus Du Sol, Tyrone, his son.
Okay.
And he was 5 years old. I was like, "Can I bring my 5-year-old in?" I was like, "I don't know if she really do." He's like, "Don't worry, he'll eat anything." So I made him a poke bowl.
Wow.
And he said he was eating poke bowl. And the fun part about it was when he got bored, they went outside to play arcade.
Yeah. No, this is a perfect spot for that.
So it really worked.
Gosh.
But
I don't
yeah.
know that I could have done. I never tried it as a kid. Maybe I would have liked it. I was
I
never a
didn't.
picky eater, but I think I would have been intimidated.
Well,
by
yeah,
it.
cutting back to that. Yeah, I heard you say that you haven't had sushi until later.
Yeah.
I was grown up on spicy tuna rolls, California rolls, and
Right.
those bento boxes that you get teriyaki
Sure.
chicken and the miso soup.
Yeah.
Little ginger salad. That was what I grew up with too. And people ask me all the time, how did I get into this? I was like, I never wanted to do this, actually. Sushi kind of came to me.
Right.
I didn't even figure out omakase until like my late 20s.
Wasn't it a breakup that got you into all this?
Yes. Well, it made me travel the world.
Yeah.
So-
Breakups are good for forcing you to, inspiring you
Exactly,
to do things.
exactly. Well,
Sometimes
that's-
forcing you, but we'll say inspiring.
Well, this is why we were talking about Taylor's new album.
Yeah.
And they're like, well, it's okay. It's like, because she's happy.
Yeah. Yeah.
Your emotions you're happy. You're like, it's not as lyrical. It's not as deep.
Of
It's like, because
course.
she's happy in love. She's
She's
all her
not
other albums-
tortured, heartbroken,
Exactly,
which you
exactly.
do produce some of your best work that way, but good for her.
I saw
you know?
a joke about the life of a showgirl, and they were saying that she wrote this album so Travis can understand it. And I was like, I cannot stop thinking about that.
He's a kind of a
I'm sure he's a
golden
smart
retriever.
guy. Yeah, but that's
boyfriend,
what
fiance.
she does kind of describe. Like he's just a happy guy, you know.
I think it's nice.
It
Good
is
for
nice. I think
her.
this is it. Everyone wants to talk about Taylor when they come in here, and I
We
love
don't
it.
have to talk about Taylor.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no.
a big Swiftie. I feel like I'm in the middle camp of I like her. I don't love her. I don't hate her. A lot of people, it's either their entire personality or they hate her so much. I think she's great.
Yeah,
she's
what
not my
she
favorite,
does for
but
everything.
I think she's incredibly talented.
Yeah.
Good for her.
Yeah, what she does for like, communities and people
She
itself.
seems like a wonderful human.
Yeah. From what I've heard, yeah.
Some celebrities
maybe I'll find out
are
one
not
day.
so much. It's always interesting when you find out somebody is nice who you thought was a jerk or vice versa.
Oh yeah, the never meet your heroes kind of
Right,
thing.
exactly.
Have you had that? We don't have to name drop anybody.
I haven't had any terrible experiences. Everyone's been super nice.
Yeah. Did you get to meet Brad Pitt?
I did. Yes, I got
You
to.
touched Brad Pitt.
I did. Yes, I did in a very PG way.
And
in
on the
public.
shoulder.
Right. I did hold his
is-
hand for a few minutes.
What?
Yes, so the F1 movie came out and Fonz PR came to me and said, would you
Who
like
is that?
to Fonz PR, they do a lot of PR for
Fonz PR. I thought that was a person.
No,
I was
yeah,
like,
Fonz
Like, hey.
PR, not like the
Fonz.
Fonz. Yeah. And they asked me to host a movie screening and they said for F1 and they said there's going to be an A-list actor there. Well, A-list actor. I don't know. I've heard A-list actor before. What does that mean?
Yeah.
Is this actually an A-list actor? You know, they didn't tell me who. And then 48 hours before I said, can you please tell me who this is so I can prepare for this? And they said it's going to be Brad Pitt. And I'm like,
Oh my gosh!
my
Like I cannot prepare for that. You can't.
and
give
then
me
I
enough
asked,
time.
can I ask him questions? And they said, let me check with the team. And they said, okay, you can ask one question. So how do you ask one question?
Like in front of everybody, or like
Yeah.
1-to-1.
Well, so basically it was, we were going to surprise the crowd who was
Oh, yeah.
there anticipating an F1 screening.
Mm-hmm.
And then we had everybody yell, we love Brad Pitt. We were taking a photo together. And then he came down the aisle. And I found
Imagine
out.
somebody else came out.
I
like
know. It was all
C-lister.
Well, right. When they
we
said
love Brad
A-list
Pitt, like, who's
actor,
that?
like, is this going to be someone people even know? But it was literally the A-list actor. And they said you can ask him one question. I sent over 7 questions. 'Cause you have to get these questions approved. You can't just say,
Yeah.
tell me about your ex-wives. Or,
Yeah.
Tell me about that plane incident that everyone talked about. So I sent over, I think, 7 questions. They approved 4 of them.
Okay.
Which was better than 1. Because 1 was just so small. If you
So
only
you got
have
to
one-
ask all 4.
I got to ask all 4. Yeah. And
What was your favorite one that you asked?
I asked him about, gosh, I can't even remember what the questions were.
You're just
I mean, this was 6 months ago, and it was the most adrenaline spiking thing I've ever done.
Isn't it weird meeting them in person though?
Well, I luckily got to meet him backstage
Oh,
right
okay,
before.
okay.
And when I first walked up, he was wearing this yellow shirt and these bright yellow pants. And my very first thought was, is that a prison jumpsuit? It looked exactly like a prison jumpsuit, except yellow instead
Nice.
of orange. But then, they put a jacket over it and, these stylists. So
Yeah,
obviously
yeah,
a stylist
yeah.
picked this outfit. He didn't pick it himself.
Of course.
But he was immediately so nice. He's from the Midwest. I'm from the Midwest. I'm biased and think Midwest people are really nice.
Mm-hmm.
He was so kind. And then they said, we have these T-shirt guns. And I said, who's going to shoot them? And they were like, we don't know. I mean, this is 7 minutes till showtime. I'm like, just give me a run of show. And Brad said, what if we shot them?
Oh
I
yeah.
was like, let's go viral. Let's
Yeah.
do it. So we're backstage learning how to shoot these T-shirt guns without
you
actually
practicing?
shooting. Well,
Oh.
you can't actually shoot them because it would,
Yeah.
blow a hole through the ceiling. So they were showing us how to do it as like a dress rehearsal. And then we came
Aim
down and
up.
did it, and nobody knew. I had told our executive editor, because said, you need to film this for us.
Yeah.
And I told my mom and a couple of friends, you need to be there. I'm not giving you any more details. Just be there. And it was wild. And so now I feel like that's what I'm known for. Even though I've been a magazine editor for 18
T-shirt
years,
shooting
people
with-
just...
everyone has
"Well,
that
how was
moment.
Brad Pitt? You
Everyone
know?
has a
Which
moment.
Is there
And
there are worse moments to have. It's
Exactly.
great. But
Exactly.
it's just funny
You're
because
not
I've
the
been doing
Hawk
this.
Tua, but
Exactly. Yeah. At least I'm known for something, above board. But it was great. And then I got the opportunity to interview Darren Aronofsky and Austin Butler later
Oh,
this
nice.
summer, again with Fonz PR.
That's so cool.
So it's been cool.
Yeah.
Talking about being an editor these days, you're not just behind the scenes writing and editing. You're doing all the public things too.
Well, you asked me, do I get nervous or do I, do you? Anymore?
Totally.
Really?
Yeah, but
Well, you're also a one-on-one kind of thing that's being recorded.
Sure. And I'm with you where I just think of them as people and try to treat people like people and not fangirl and not be irritating and just assume that they'll like that and they'll gravitate towards that. And I love asking people questions regardless of whether they're famous or not. People are fascinating.
Yeah.
But I was quite nervous the night before. But once I got there, I just sort of channeled that anxiety into adrenaline and went for it.
Yeah.
I always just want to put on a show. I think the audience wants you to succeed. So I always try to get in a quick laugh in front of an audience. And as soon as they laugh, I can take a breath and then I'm on. So I always will add some kind of one line or something quickly. And if they don't laugh, then it's like, oh shoot. What else do I have?
Comedian,
I can't imagine. It would be so hard. But yeah, a lot of jobs are a performance of sorts. So I think of it that way. My mom was a stage actress, so it's sort of in my DNA.
Yeah, I can't really prepare for these things for celebrities or high name people either. A lot of it's just do what you do, and they're here to experience what you're doing.
Yeah.
And, sometimes I do have like some burning questions,
Of course.
on how,
but you restrain yourself?
No,
or
I'll
do you
ask
give,
towards
okay.
the end. I'll
Yeah.
ask towards the end, like, okay, I've always wondered about this, or
Yeah.
or something about the industry, like when I will talk about music. One of the big questions I had was, I'm sure like I can Google it, but what do you hear in your earpieces? And everyone has different things. The backup singers, the main singer, you all hear metronomes. You all you all pick what you want to hear, and everyone's is different.
Because people are screaming and you can't hear anything. It's insane the way they can do it.
Those are like questions I'm really curious about.
Yeah.
That is to dig into what happens on that stuff. I'm not
okay. To bring it back to Taylor Swift one last
Yeah,
time,
yeah.
if
Okay,
she came in here and you served her,
And I get one
and you got one question,
Shoot.
do you know what you would ask?
No. If I got one question to ask her, I
really
would
have to hone
that's
it down.
the one I would
you have
be freaking
200 questions,
out.
but you only get one.
I don't know.
Do you even know what topic? Like, would it be about
Would it be
music?
about
Would it be
music?
about
It would have to be something that she does not get asked
like
in
food?
interviews.
Would it be about? I don't know.
I think it has to be
cats?
about
Aren't you
food.
both into
Yeah. Oh my
cats?
gosh. Yeah. But it has to be something that's not public that they don't really wouldn't talk about.
Right.
Where but I'd probably start talking about food.
Sure.
That's where we can meet on the common ground.
Yeah,
a lot,
well, everybody eats. So celebrities, they're just like us.
I know
eat.
they are, and that's how they act when they come in. They're just here to enjoy it, and that's what I appreciate the most about it. And even when they're with other guests that are not celebrities, they're really cool about it.
Because it fits 6 people.
Six people.
Yeah.
6 people, yeah. But cut back to one more. Sorry, I have served Joe Rogan before, and he was sitting at the one end, and a girl was sitting at the other end.
Sure.
End of dinner, she goes, "Man, that guy sounds so much like Joe Rogan." And then he leans forward. He's all like, "I am Joe Rogan," and she's like, "No shit." And it's funny because he posted the restaurant this later on,
Sure.
and then I was reading the comments, and then there she was. She's like, "I'm mortified that I said to Joe Rogan that he sounds like Joe Rogan."
No, I
was like,
think
"Oh,
it's
that's
great.
the girl that did it."
So when the celebs post that they were here, do you get a massive uptick of followers?
Not so much. This is the thing about the world. Reels are where it's at.
Of course.
Reels
Yes.
are definitely where it's at. And not to say anything about magazines or blogs, but reels are.
Oh, we know. We create reels on a daily
And
basis.
it takes one to blow up.
Yeah.
And then you can, I've seen careers made. I've seen, people trying real hard.
The first reel that I ever created that got 1 million views on Instagram was Tiff's Treats had done this graduation surprise where they had cookies parachuted into the UT grads. and we reposted.
Where'd they
that.
drop it from, a helicopter?
This was in Moody Center, I guess.
Oh, okay.
They
It was
put
indoors.
it in the
It was
rafters and then just dropped it down
That's
to the
cool.
crowd. But it's
Just
like
cookies?
Yeah, it's Tiff Street's parachutes got my 1 million views for something.
Oh, yeah,
but it made
that's
sense. It was
awesome.
awesome.
I would
It was
love a
quirky.
cookie.
It was so Austin, you know.
Yeah.
So it just landed.
Yeah,
but
I would-
But yeah, we know reels are the
Graduating,
game.
getting a cookie. Oh yeah, totally.
I mean, if you had any like sushi coming from the rafters, that
Oh
would
my
be
gosh.
that can be your next trick.
Yeah.
You can work on that.
I know, right? I have one reel I have a couple actually that got over 1 million views, but it has nothing to do with me. It's just Taylor Swift concert.
Of course.
I'm like at her concert and I got really close and I posted it, and that just got 2.3 million views.
Was it an amazing video, or was
it
just
so close?
Yeah,
It was so close.
Good for you.
It was in Japan actually, and it was just such a cool experience.
How many times have you seen her?
19 total. But it was just such a cool thing because the Japanese take things very differently. This can actually segue to a lot of food, but
Yeah.
when I was there, they are so proper. Have you been to Japan?
No.
That-
It's
so-
on my. I
yeah.
desperately want to go to Tokyo.
So the Japanese are so proper, even at a concert like Taylor Swift, that no one's shoving, no one's pushing. They had people walking around the stadium with a sign that said, "Please leave when we call your section after the concert." So they don't want
Wow.
everybody just stand up and bottleneck. So then they would get you section by section. It's like, this is your turn.
Sure.
Go out. So you just sit there and chill until it's
That's
time to
kind
go.
of great.
Yeah.
I can't
And then-
imagine Americans
imagine?
having the patience and kindness and
also like going as far as just to hire somebody to, then they're walking around with this sign that says,
Right.
please don't get up after the concert. Wait till your section is called. And I thought that was fascinating
It's
because
smart.
it saves so much anxiety, just kind of chilling, and,
Right.
and, at that concert, I was at the first show in Japan, and the security didn't really know how to handle things. So right when Taylor came out, everyone gets up out of their seat. I was a floor seat, maybe 15 rows behind.
Sure.
Everyone walks straight up to the barricade and starts taking pictures. It's maybe like 5 rows deep of barricade and taking pictures. I got up there too, and I'm on the barricade,
Yeah.
like looking up at it. Perfect seat. And I'm like taking pictures, and security never said anything. They're just like, yeah, okay. And then never told anybody to go back to their seat.
Okay.
So this just became a mini pit. And since they are so respectable, we had room to dance. We had room to move around. I actually was able to go to the bathroom and back, and someone
And
would
keep
fill
your
my
spot?
spot for the second, and then I'll tap them and be like, oh, okay, here, come, welcome back. And then I
Sounds
get
amazing.
my spot back. One of the weirdest moments of that was there's this guy, Japanese guy, kid, maybe like 20s. He had this binder of all the lyrics of the songs, and he's like reading along as she's singing.
Did he not know the song?
Well, it's probably not in English.
Oh, of course. Yes, that makes
So
sense. How
he's like
cute.
reading along, and we're like dancing with him, having a good time. And halfway through the concert, he just goes, "Fuck it," and he throws the
Throws
binder. He's like, just starts dancing the rest of the way. But that's my Japan Taylor Swift concert experience.
And this was in Tokyo?
This is in Tokyo at
Okay.
the Tokyo Dome where they play baseball.
What was
So
the
sound
best?
was
I
terrible.
keep saying I'm not going to ask you more Taylor Swift
No.
questions, but now I'm curious. What was the best show you saw? If you saw 19 of them, was there one that stood out?
So here's the thing: is they're all similar. None
course.
are better, none are worse. They're all different. But I started to realize it depends who you go with
I
a
see.
lot.
Sure.
I've gone to them alone. I've gone to them with someone I'm dating. I've
Yeah.
taken family. I've taken my mom.
yeah.
My favorite one was New Orleans. I took my goddaughter to her first concert ever to New Orleans.
In her life?
Ever. She was like 8 years old.
Oh my
7
gosh,
years old at the time.
she's spoiled for life.
Done.
Yeah.
My sister, like, she's never
never
seen
gonna
this
get
many
better than
people
that.
in her life. She's never seen this many people. And she knew all the lyrics. But
Yeah.
the greatest thing is I've seen the Eras Tour enough times where I didn't have to glue myself to Taylor and the
Sure.
show. I was actually able to turn and watch my goddaughter
Yeah.
for half of the show. So I have all these videos of her just enjoying it. People must think I'm crazy because I'm not even
it's so
watching the concert.
joyful. I love
but
that.
I got to see it so many times, so I got to enjoy other things about it.
Right.
You know, which is who you're with. And
What a
that was-
great core memory for
it
both
is.
of you guys.
It is. And I think that's what happens when you grow up is you start to realize these things are not, you don't do these things for yourself, for
Right.
your own entertainment anymore.
Right.
Like, I don't go ride It's a Small World at Disneyland to enjoy the ride.
Sure.
I'm riding it to watch my niece enjoy it, who's 6 years old.
Right.
And is like, this is the
fresh
coolest. These
eyes.
puppets are the
Yeah.
coolest thing. So, like halfway through the ride, it's like a 7-minute ride or something. Halfway through the ride, I'm still watching it. I was like, this isn't that entertaining to me. Why are my eyes glued on this puppet that's just moving? And then I started looking at my niece. I was like, her eyes just lighting up. Like,
Yeah.
oh my gosh,
That's
there's
the great thing
Ariel,
about
there's
kids.
Stitch. I was like, why the hell am I watching these stupid things? This is what's important to me.
Right.
I need to. Why am I getting my phone and recording Stitch on a surfboard? That's just like.
Sure, right. Who is this
When
for?
my niece, like, I'm not gonna rewatch this fucking video
Right.
of a puppet, but I'll rewatch the video of my niece seeing this all for the first time, and that's when I realized, like, wow, okay, we don't do things for ourselves, like,
Right.
you can't take a glance, but man, it's who you go with that really matters, and
Good
you know,
life lesson. Well, the meals you remember, it's often who you were
Who
there
you are with.
Yeah,
Yeah,
you
I've
don't
seen-
necessarily remember the food. You remember that the food was good.
Exactly,
But you don't even know
exactly.
what exactly you ate.
Well, that's what I love about what I do is like these memories and scents and smells can take
Yeah.
you back to moments,
Yeah.
you know, that you've had. And, you know, you can smell something and it can take you back to Japan or it can take you back to this dish or thing.
I
like that.
remember being in this room and I remember bringing my friend Tiffany and us laughing and having so much fun. I remember you pulling out the guitar and singing songs for us. I want to say you were singing Oasis. Would that be right?
Was it Wonderwall? Of course,
yeah.
it's
Is that
Wonderwall.
one of your
That's like a
go-tos?
joke one. You know, that's the like.
Okay.
Anyway, here's Wonderwall.
But I remember us filming and us singing along with you and then watching it back later. And you
it's
sounded great
terrible.
and we sounded
No,
awful.
No.
But it was making me laugh so hard.
Anytime I get tagged in those videos on Instagram, I skip it instantly.
But that
I
was
like,
so
I
joyful.
do not want
I
to hear
remember
myself.
that. And again, well, what I talked
Sing.
about earlier is I don't like anything snobby. I don't like anything stuffy. I don't like pretension. And it just felt very approachable,
Yeah.
which I liked.
That's
and
what
of
I
course,
wanted
the
to
food
do.
was phenomenal.
Thank
but,
you.
know, these are the little things you remember the company and the singing and the camaraderie.
Yeah.
And that's what it's all
Exactly.
about.
That's what I wanted to
Like
create
being
here.
back in this room, I remember that. So
I'm
it's
glad.
great.
I'm glad it kind of translated to that,
Yeah.
to you as you can feel that. You
Sure.
know what I mean?
Sure. Definitely.
But okay, I would love to talk more about your what happens in the background of this life.
Yeah.
So I know what I want to talk about.
Okay. Tell me.
Austin Monthly's most eligible bachelors every year.
Of course.
Because
Yeah. Well,
I got to be one of
you
them.
were, and remind me, was it 2023?
I think it had to be 2023. I think so.
The years are all starting to blend together. Yes, it
And
used to be
2022,
the
2023.
top bachelors because I've worked at the magazine so long. It
Uh-huh.
used to just feature men, and we would feature 10 guys. We would do a huge photo shoot with each guy and put them in spreads in the magazine. This is
That's
how big
so
this is how big our budgets used to be, where we would have the time and money to do that, and then we
Yeah.
would have a huge party with 500 women and 10 guys. And at one point, we would literally even auction them off a date with them.
Yeah.
And it made so much money, and it was a disaster.
I would have loved to have been auctioned off, by
well,
the
you're
way.
a good, solid guy who would have done the right thing. Some of the guys who shall remain nameless didn't go on the dates or felt like there
No,
were
they
certain
just flaked?
expectations with the date. Like it was a mess. And this was
Wow.
also a different time. This was 2012, 2013.
Yeah.
I think the internet is so different now that this just like
Uh-huh.
in the way that it did
Yeah.
back then.
What I'm thinking about is white chicks, like when they're auctioning.
Right.
And then, what's his name? Terry Crews.
Right.
That's what I'm thinking. What it might be like, or
love
don't
Terry
they do
Crews.
that in How to Lose a Guy in 10 Days, where they auction off
Do they?
a date with? Oh, I don't know. Maybe not.
I can't remember.
Maybe not.
That.
Maybe I'm thinking it wrong.
Is that Win a Date with Tad Hamilton? Like
Maybe
there's-
that.
We're
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
like
yeah,
conflating
yeah.
5 different
But
rom-coms in one.
well, they're all like
The same,
But
yeah.
no. So then you used to auction them off, and then
we stopped.
People would.
We made great money.
What year
but
did you stop that?
I'm trying to think. I think 2014 was the last year we auctioned them off. I mean, we would make like 20,000, 10, 20,
Was it
a lot of
always
money.
Austin Pets Alive, or do you pick something different?
I think it was always, for a while there was the Shade Project.
Okay.
It was like a skin cancer awareness. They would build shade structures. I love raising money for
Yeah,
charity.
yeah, of course.
I just, the auctioning off dates with bachelors was problematic. And
Well,
then in
mine would-
2015, we switched it to men and women.
Okay.
And so your year, since then, it's been.
Oh, that was the first year.
Well, that was the first year it was co-ed.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Cool.
Yeah. And then
Yeah.
that was around, I believe we stopped auctioning off dates then. Somehow auctioning off a
Mine
date
would've
with a
been so
woman feels
cool.
more problematic. It
Well,
just-
yeah.
It feels more dangerous.
Yeah, but
We
you'd
just-
make a lot of money.
I'm sure we would, but we want it. The focus has always been let's highlight amazing, talented, philanthropic people who happen to be single. The
Yeah.
focus isn't let's find a boyfriend or a girlfriend or partner for this person.
Uh-huh,
so some people would go through it and say, "Well, I didn't meet someone. I didn't fall in love." Well, that's not the point. It's
Yeah, yeah,
great
yeah.
when that
Oh, yeah,
happens.
no.
We did have one bachelor. I want to say 2013, maybe 2014, who met his now wife at the party.
Which? Oh, at the party. Okay,
Yes,
okay.
yeah,
not
Leah-
that was part of
He was one of the bachelors, and he
my
met,
year.
No, this was 10 years
okay,
ago.
okay, okay.
But he
So we
met
have one
he met a
success
woman
story.
at the right of all the decade or all the years we've been doing this. We have
It is
one.
a fun event, though.
It's so fun.
It's a great event. I thought about like, okay, if I was to be auctioned, what would I have done on that date?
Sure.
Like, I would plan a great date. I would have probably have done it
we
in this
planned
room.
the dates for.
Oh,
it
you
would
did?
be
Oh.
like you get
Oh, you don't-
dinner
so
at
you don't have to do
Toshicon,
anything.
and then you get drinks.
You just have to
at
show
the
up.
Fairmont, and then yes, but it was just tricky.
Showing up
A lot
is-
of times it would be like a 45-year-old woman would bid on a 28-year-old man because who has $2,000 to spend, not a 25-year-old girl.
That's
probably.
a dream. That is a
Maybe we'll bring it
dream.
back, but
Someone-
I don't know if our HR would love that.
Someone that would pay $2,000 to go on a date with me for charity.
for charity for
I
puppies and
would.
kittens.
I would go on a vacation. I'd do
Well,
a
you
lot
heard it
of
here first,
unforgivable
folks. I don't know. Are you single? We could do this. We could raise money for the puppies
Oh my gosh!
and the kitties.
well, I actually was at a gala last week, 2 weeks ago.
Okay.
It was for Experience Camps.
Yeah, I
now
saw
thrown
that.
by Lauren Zima and Chris Harrison.
Right?
And Experience Camps is for children that are grieving. They might have lost a
Lost a
family
parent,
member
yeah.
or a parent. So it's a camp for all of them to get together and kind of help them through it and be around people who are going through the same thing.
Love it.
So I actually went to the gala, which I usually don't go. Usually I will just, I will donate
Sure.
2 seats or something. And Laura contacted me. Lauren contacted
Zima,
me.
yeah.
Yeah, Lauren Zima. She contacted me and asked if I would like to donate. And I was like, yeah, of course. And, she goes, I got this great idea. How about you do a home dinner? That I was like, I don't really do home dinners, but
Okay.
for charity. Okay,
Yeah.
let's do it.
Oh, you would do it?
Oh, so then she's like, oh, I have this great idea. How about you partner up with another Omakase chef in town and do this once in a lifetime thing that would never happen again?
Okay.
So I was like, okay, dope. If you can get them to agree, then I'm in. Why the hell not? So it was a home Omakase for 10 people. And she goes, can you come to the gala? Because I've known that if you show up, it will raise it
money.
up
Yeah,
so much
sure.
more. Like people just seeing you there. And then I was like, okay, I will try my best. So I didn't actually know if I can go till maybe the day before. I was like,
Is
okay,
this a
I can make
Saturday
it.
night?
It was a Thursday night.
Oh, it was a Thursday.
Yeah,
Did you
Thursday
have
night.
to cancel? 'Cause-
We didn't
Okay.
actually. So we didn't have to. But I got to go.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm there watching the live auction go off. And it gets up to maybe, I believe like 15,000
Okay.
for the dinner.
Wow.
And I'm talking to another buddy at my table. And I was like, I'm here. Why don't should I go up there and try to bump this up?
Yeah.
And like throw things into the package? And he's like, yeah, get your ass up there. So I stand up and like the crowd goes crazy. I was like, I run up to everybody. And I was like, hey, like whoever gets this, I will make it once in a lifetime, I will, I forget that I have to do this, but I will bring my guitar. I will jam out. We'll have a good
Yes.
time together. This was a one time thing. I would never do this again. I have never done this before.
Right.
But this is it. Boom, right there. Oh, 16,000, 16,500, 17,000.
Good for
blah,
you.
blah, blah. And then it goes up to 21.
Okay.
And then finally it's like, okay, 21,000. So 22,000. And then he goes, Chris whispers in my ear and he goes, are you down to double up?
Like do 2 dinners?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I was like, what does that mean? I haven't really been to these auctions before. He's like, well, we probably have 2 people willing to pay
Right.
the $22,000 if you're willing to do 2 dinners, one for each of them. I was like, fuck it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Oh my gosh.
Let's go. So then he gave me the mic and I'm like, oh, you want me to say it? He's
Right.
like, yeah, say
Of
it.
course.
Okay. So I was all nervous, but I was like, well, if you 2 are willing to do $22,000,
Do 2.
I will do dinners for you and I'll do dinners for you. And then sold. Boom. $44,000 for this count. So I was like, holy shit. That's so amazing. Felt so good to do that.
Thank you for doing that.
Of course. Yeah, so that's
Was it just like your adrenaline was just spiked? It's
yeah,
gotta be wild.
I also bought other things too.
Okay.
I bought some
You
other
just
auctions.
single-handedly paid for the whole event.
No, it feels so good, but
It's
like I love
great.
doing that. Like that, cutting back to, I would have loved to have been auctioned off.
Right.
Because and I
No,
don't
I love
care
the
about
idea of it. I
who
think it
does
just
it.
that particular dynamic got a little bit dicey.
Yeah,
But we're
yeah,
always
yeah.
looking for ways. You know, the event has raised money for
Mm-hmm.
Austin Pets Alive, and we are always, raising money for charity
Yeah.
whenever we can. I think it's important. I think if you have any kind of power or influence in this world, you have to be doing
Of
that.
course,
It's
of
important.
course.
And to your point, it feels good. Mm-hmm. Like,
Yeah, it
I
does.
bet you felt
It does.
amazing
It
after
felt,
that
felt
night.
amazing. I want to talk about this real quick.
Okay.
Do you remember that event?
The singles event?
Yeah,
Of
the one that I was a
course.
part of.
Yeah. I mean, I MC it every year.
Yeah, I remember for anybody who's single that wants to go, the biggest complaint about it was there need more men.
Right.
There was around a 70 to 30 ratio of women to men.
Yeah.
Which I loved.
Of course.
I
Yes.
loved it, especially after my fun fact.
Yeah.
My fun fact, if you haven't remembered, it was me going up on stage and saying I have an extra Taylor Swift ticket
Yes.
to Houston.
Yes.
And I was like, I'm looking for my date to
Who's
take
coming
to
with
this.
me?
And everyone fucking blew up. And all the other singles were like, dude, that's not fair, man.
Right?
Like mine is, I know 3 languages. I was
Sure. I do remember that.
And everyone was like, dude, that's not fair. I was like,
Did you end up meeting someone that night that you took?
Okay, I got so hammered that night.
That-
I also
that
had a
happens
flight
too.
to Japan the next day.
Yes, I vaguely remember that.
And I remember I got really, really drunk. I ended up having phone numbers in my phone
yeah.
with my own name because I just put it in. I'll text myself my own name. I had no idea who anybody was.
Oh, no.
And I never followed up with any of them.
Okay.
So the fun thing about it, what I remember is talking about Taco Bell to this one girl for like 30 minutes. We were
'Cause
just
you're a
talking.
Taco Bell fan?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We just kept talking about Taco Bell for like 30 minutes and it would
That could have been
nonstop.
your wedding, like how we met story.
Taco Bell.
Taco
First
Bell
date,
talk.
Taco Bell.
Then we knew it
Taco
was
Bell.
love.
Yeah. But what a great event. They're so fun. So if anybody wants
Well,
to
and
go,
it's funny
they're
that you
so
mentioned
fun.
the ratio. It's almost always more women than men. But this past year, we had it February 13th, which we always do it the
Find your
Thursday
Valentine's
before
Day date?
Valentine's Day. But February 13th is Galentine's Day.
Yes.
So I don't know if this is what it was, but I think what happened is a lot of girls already had plans with their girlfriends.
Uh-huh.
And this past year, it was 50-50 men, women. It had never been that, ever.
That is
Usually it's
awesome.
more women than men, but this year it had hit parity and it was incredible.
That is awesome.
yeah.
Wow.
I guess it was this year. What again? What
Yeah,
year is it?
2025.
Still 2025. Yeah.
Yeah.
It was this year. It feels like a minute ago.
Well, one thing I notice is women show up a lot better than men.
There's
to
also
these-
just a lot
especially
of
the
eligible
singles.
women in Austin.
lot.
I'm not saying there aren't eligible men, but there are a lot of
But
eligible
men
women.
don't really put themselves out there, I think,
Right.
anymore.
Sure.
I've done the singles nights here, and I've had trouble finding guys to come do it. Women
You've
come
done
in
it at
here
PosterCon?
at this. Well, I will
Is it
fill the
only
room with
6
3
people?
guys
Oh,
and 3
that's
girls,
cute.
and I would do things like that.
Yeah.
I did Love Is Blind here, where I put a curtain between the whole room, and they did not see each other the whole dinner.
But
And
they could chat?
they can chat. Yeah, I
But
had
only
all
to
these
the person
questions.
next to-
No,
oh,
they
okay.
were talking through the curtain to the guys,
that's
the men.
fun.
I'd be like, "Oh, seat number 1." Like, "Oh, tell me this," you know. We had around 950 people try to enter this thing on Instagram.
How did you pick?
Random generator.
Okay.
I'm gonna say 98% of them were women.
Of
I
course.
could not find the men I couldn't cycle through because I just had to keep clicking and finding. Like, I found the 3 women already. I was like, here are
Yeah.
the 3 women. Now I need to find the 3 guys. And it took me forever
believe
to
that.
to filter out who are men in this thing. And there were barely any.
It's the same with the nominations because we get hundreds and hundreds and
Uh-huh.
hundreds of. One year we got more than 1,000 nominations, and I always joke that the women that get nominated, it's like, beautiful, smart, cured cancer, speaks 4 languages, has been to 40 countries, and the men, it's like bakes a mean ziti. like the women are just so brilliant and accomplished and beautiful and philanthropic and great, and the men have like one thing.
Yeah.
But again, I think women will nominate their girlfriends and be more thorough with the applications.
way more
It's just-
supportive
sure,
about it.
Sure.
Yeah.
So I don't think there are only eligible women and not men in this town, but there are a lot of eligible women in this town for sure.
Yeah. You just got to put yourself out there for it.
Yeah, definitely.
Are you picking the people? Are you
I've always,
actually picking it?
I've always been the one to pick
So
them.
you selected me.
I did.
Well, I appreciate that. I had a great time.
It's very nice to pick people that I know or that I'm a degree of separation away from.
Ooh,
Partially because you can trust them. You know that they're not going to embarrass you. You know that. Yeah.
There was that instance. I think it was my year.
Oh, yeah. We've had to remove people.
Yeah, where you had to
before.
get removed
Sure.
because
this
someone would be
happens-
like, that person.
Right. Well,
this and that.
it's like real life dating, right? You
Yeah.
know, sometimes you think they seem great, and then you find out something, and it's like maybe not a fit for this.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, we've had to remove people. We try to
'Cause stuff comes to light, so it does
we
help
do our
to know the
best. I mean,
person.
this past year, I had a coterie of friends and PR people and different, people I trusted, and I would put, especially the men, in front of them and say, "Does anybody know this crew? Does anybody have
Yeah.
any objections with this crew? Any stories?" 'Cause
I have
it's
a
tough.
question.
Yes.
Have you been in it?
No, and
Why would you
I
not
get
do yourself?
asked this question so often, and I would say I'm vain, but I'm not that vain. I'm not going to.
Can I nominate you?
I'm not going to select myself as a most eligible single.
Have anyone nominated you
no,
though? I'm gonna do it this year.
I select the singles.
I'm gonna
select
nominate you this
myself.
year.
I'm the
Why
person
not?
orchestrating it.
Why not?
Because I don't mix business with pleasure. This is my company.
This is finding your love.
Listen, I get to put on the event. I've dated singles who've been a part of it before.
Oh.
Yeah, it's a great way to
I'm
meet
gonna
people.
nominate you.
When I was 25 and we started, we would in-person interview like 30, because this was back when it was The Bachelors.
yeah.
We would interview 25 to 30 guys and pick 10 of them, and I was running the in-person interviews.
Yeah.
Every year I would end up dating at least
One
one
of them?
I
You're like-
felt like
it
the
felt like you were
Bachelorette because you would get in front of men and you could ask every question. What are you looking for in a mate?
These are
What
my
your
personal
deal
questions.
breakers? Where have you traveled? How do you
You're like,
give
this
back?
guy sounds like a match for
It
me.
was great. It was.
And you would
I
date them?
really, some of them, yeah. What a great way to meet people. You can
That
find out
is
everything
so
about
true,
them.
Actually,
Yeah.
that is so true. So if the event doesn't work out, you already have all my information.
Well, I'm a big believer in in-person meeting. I'm not a big app. I'm not anti-app, but for me,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
all
yeah.
about real life chemistry, meeting someone,
Uh-huh,
getting a vibe. You just know quickly if it might be a match or not.
I had this funny joke and idea, but I would never do. Okay, now I understand what you're saying. Now that it goes through my head about putting yourself in the pot, because I have thought about it for a second as a joke.
Sure.
Where I've done bachelorette nights in here, where
Yeah.
I will fill the room with one guy and 5 girls, and then vice versa. And then I had an on-running joke that the next one is going to be 6 women. and they're all just gonna sit in and be like,
And
"Where's the bachelor?"
you're the bachelor,
It is
right?
me.
Right? Yeah, it doesn't come off well,
It doesn't come off well,
especially with a
in
guy.
my head.
Yeah.
To myself, but it might be something really funny.
It would be funny.
Like-
I think you'd have to be upfront about that. It would have to be
Like
that
a
win a
surprise,
date
like-
with Tad Hamilton type thing where it's
I've
like,
had lots of wacky ideas that might happen at this
I
restaurant.
like these gimmicks though.
Have you watched Next on MTV?
Where you kick them
You
off
have
the
the
bus?
bus.
Yeah.
I've wanted to do that here for so long, where there are two people going to be on a date.
Yes.
And just two in the room. And then you'll have 5 guys waiting out there. And at any time in the date, the girl can just be like, next.
Get out.
And then send in the next
But
person.
what about the sushi? If you get kicked out, you don't
then
get to
you
eat?
don't get to eat.
No.
That's the sad part
That's
about it.
so sad.
That's the sad part about
If
it.
talk about adding insult to injury. You get kicked out and then you're still hungry too.
Right? You just have to hang out with the guys
terrible.
out there.
Wait, I guess you had posted about the Love is Blind thing. Did you do some kind of night where it was dining in the dark? Or was that
I did.
just
That
Love
was
It-
actually
so
like
that
2
was
days
different.
ago.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Well, how did that go?
So that is it's so fun to do. I actually started messing around a lot. So for anybody listening, if you were at that dinner,
Yeah.
you'll understand. But it started out very cool. What I do is I break. Everyone gets blindfolded because I still have to make the food, so you are
Okay.
wearing blindfolds.
Sure.
But we guide you through what you're about to taste, and I break down the ingredients so you can try things by itself.
How
and-
do you like?
Oh, we just tell them to put their hand out, and then we put
Oh,
the
you
food.
just put it right in the
Right,
hand.
and then they just eat
Okay,
it like that.
okay. What if
so-
they want a drink? What if
Oh,
they're
we
having-
have
Is
sippy
it like
cups.
a long straw? Okay,
we have
smart.
sippy cups so they don't
Smart.
spill. So it's like
Yeah.
a rubber sippy cup, and you're drinking sake out of these things and
How
like craft
fun.
cocktails. It's really fun. But I started really breaking it down. Because after every bite, I would ask them, "So what do you think you had?" And the people would be like, "Oh, I think that's tuna, or I think that's salmon, I think that's this and this." And then one of the courses, I gave everybody a different bite, so they can all like start arguing about
Oh,
it.
funny.
like you got that was not spicy
I'm
at
always
all.
So terrible at that stuff. Like, have you ever been to a wine tasting where it's,
Oh,
what do you? I remember one time
It's
I
a
was
training.
like, it tastes like buttered toast, and everyone just laughed at me, and I'm like, well, I don't know. That's what it tasted like to me.
No, it's all opinion.
Yeah.
There's no.
But I don't have that sophisticated palate or whatever. I just like wine. I think it makes me like more wine because I'm not snobby. Again,
Exactly.
I don't like snobbiness. It's such a turn off for me. It's just, I don't know. I like
You gotta
approachability.
love
I'm a
those
Midwest
wine
gal. I
snobs.
grew up in Minnesota.
Yeah, but like I started messing around a bit, and I started feeding them like mayonnaise,
Oh.
like a little bit, like on a spoon, like or what? Try this, and I'll be like, tastes like Cool Whip.
Oh, I hate mayonnaise.
Things like that. But they were just breaking it. But then it's cool because when are you ever going to get to do this and try a different ingredient? And,
Yeah.
it's fun to
That
do.
is fun.
And
It's
I
fun
just
to have
started
fun with
having
it.
a lot of fun with
I've
it.
been wanting to do one of those dining in the dark, blindfolded type things. I've never done it.
Well, this is the best place to do it because when you're doing a dining in the dark at a regular one, those ones that you see on Instagram and
Yeah.
stuff, you are probably only going to have 3 dishes. You're going to have your chicken, you're going to have your appetizer, you're going to have your dessert. Here, we break down every ingredient you're going to have.
Sure.
It can be like, try this salt versus this salt. What are you doing? Like, try
Cool.
fresh wasabi versus fake wasabi. You know, which one do you think was real?
How many pieces of fish do you do in a tasting?
14.
14.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, 13 and plus dessert.
So good. Such a cool experience for anyone who hasn't gone. It's one of my favorites. And you know, this city is lousy with sushi joints at this point. Like, there's a lot of competition.
There's
but-
a lot. There's a lot.
Especially in the last few years, like it
Yep.
would hit a point where I would get a press release. Oh, a sushi place is opening. I'm like, great. I got sick of it.
Yeah.
But there are a lot of wonderful sushi
There
spots
are,
here,
there
including
are.
yours.
No, well, thank you. I appreciate that.
Any other burning questions for me?
Well, I want to kind of dig into more of what it's like. So, in your industry,
Yeah.
For anybody listening, what kind of gets them noticed by you and your editors or your writers?
Yeah. It's je ne sais quoi. It's hard to describe it. Definitely something based in Austin. You'd be
Yeah, of
surprised
course.
how many pitches, unless it's a travel
Do they
thing.
contact you and ask you?
Sometimes they contact me. I'm also on Instagram and social media a lot, and I see things pop up. I found out about the pickle pizza that we put on the cover
Yeah.
because it kept being posted about on Instagram.
And it made the cover.
Well, yeah, I thought this would be interesting to try it and put it in Best of ATX. And then when I tried it, I thought, what a funny, fun cover that might be.
Yeah.
And that was one option. We had done some other photo shoots. So sometimes we'll shoot several things and then pick whatever the best photo is or whatever works best. In terms of selecting, needs to be in Austin. Why is this newsworthy? Is it brand new? Is there something unique about the topic? Is it a special anniversary? Did this place just turn 50 this year? So, yeah, these are the things they teach you in J school of like, why is it news? The man bites dog, that kind of like unique quality. A dog bites a man, that's not newsworthy. A man bites a dog, that's newsworthy. This is what they teach you in journalism school. And then, we have particular sections. We have the feast section, which is dining, drinks. We've got Scout, which is more lifestyle. We've got Beat, which is everything else, government, politics, sports, business. And then we usually do a service feature every month. So that'll be the, best burgers, best pizza, best of ATX, best staycation spots, that type of thing. So I pack a lot into those. There'll be a lot of like mini articles with those. So sometimes it's a thematic thing. We've done things, best top singles or the best places for singles to go, romantic staycations, things like that. So it's a variety of factors. And then also for a print magazine, you have to think about visuals. Mm-hmm. So sometimes there are places, that new place opened, the Concert Dome. I haven't been yet.
Yeah.
It's like
I
a little
get targeted
mini,
that so much on Instagram.
Yeah, but I knew that would be beautiful in print, and we got a full bleed photo of that. So a lot of it, you have to think about, why are you picking up a print magazine when you could just get on Instagram, when you could just get online? And a lot of it is the tactile quality of flipping through the pages and looking at beautiful art and the visuals and all of that. Mm-hmm. So we keep all of that in mind too.
Okay.
It's not just one thing. It's just, and then you need to have a mix of things. Some are long form reads. Some have 150 words within a big full bleed photo.
So you have to wear a bunch of hats and knowing everything that's going on.
Well, and I know a
everyone
little,
pretends to you.
I know a little bit about everything. I'm not an expert in any one subject, and I don't pretend to be.
Can I give you an idea for a little one that just popped in my head?
Of course.
How about you do Austin Man instead of Florida Man, and then you write a little thing.
I don't even know.
You don't know what Florida Man is?
Do I know what that is?
No. Okay, Florida Man.
Is this one person, or are these just
no,
crazy
it's just
people
a
doing
crazy person in
things
Florida.
In
So it became a huge thing where you will search your birthday and then you search
Oh,
Florida
yes,
Man,
yes. I've
and
done
then you
this
see the
where it's like,
crazy
here's
thing
the
that
crazy
happened that day.
headline that happened
Yeah.
on my birthday. Yes, I know what you're talking about.
Mine is so funny. This is going to cut back, but mine is so funny because it's man brings live grenade into Taco Bell. And I was like, oh my God, it's so perfect. It's like
I
my
never thought
horoscope.
Taco Bell would come up so many times.
It does. I know. It's so amazing.
I was just listening to a podcast earlier today where they were talking about Halloween costumes and saying one person dressed up as a taco and the other dressed up as a
fire.
bell. No, like Taco
yeah,
Bell.
yeah.
And I'm like, how has Taco Bell come up 3 times in one day?
We had to get it.
Yeah. Anyway, yes. Okay. I'm familiar with the Florida Man concept. I
Yeah.
was thinking it was one particular man,
Maybe-
but it's the thing where you Google your birthday
Yes.
and then here's the crazy shit that
Maybe
happened.
Austin Man needs to happen.
Maybe. But
Yeah.
Floridians are crazy.
There's
in
things
a
that crazy
different,
things
like
happen here.
Austinites are quirky. We do our back page is called Weird History,
Oh.
so we'll do quirky historical things that have happened.
What about, have you written about who's that, the person that ran for mayor?
Leslie?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about that. Who's that?
Well, Leslie died,
okay.
but yeah, he was just this quirky, cross-dressing guy who would run for mayor and go downtown, and you'd take a picture of him in his thong.
Yeah.
And he was just an
Was he loved though? He was loved.
I think so. Yeah.
I wonder how many votes.
I mean, I've taken so many drunk pictures with Leslie. You know,
Really?
back in my 20s, because I went to UT.
Okay, you're gonna have to send me one of these pictures because I've
Yeah.
never seen.
Oh,
I don't
yeah.
know who Leslie looks
I
like.
can't. Yeah. I bet you've
there's
seen
a plaque,
him. I have
though,
a picture
down on
of him
6th Street.
wearing a cheerleader outfit, and then he would always wear a thong. Yeah, I mean, he was.
Was he actually like
perfect.
a smart person though? That
I don't
like-
know.
Okay, you
I
never had a
didn't know him on a
conversation.
personal level. I would take photos with him on.
Was he homeless or?
I don't fully know.
Okay.
I think at certain points maybe he
Oh,
was.
okay,
I'm
okay,
not
okay.
well versed in Leslie. I just know he was a cross-dressing, thong-wearing Austin institution. Rest in peace, Leslie.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay. What about that person that's always dancing? Do you know anything about that?
I
That's
don't.
down on South First, right near Sandy's Hamburgers, and
I don't know.
You never. There's always some guy
It's
dancing.
the same guy. I feel like there's people dancing, but I've never
It's
noticed
like-
it to be one person.
I think it's always the same person, just on that corner, always dancing.
Maybe we should interview him. I've always wanted
Should.
to interview the person who drives around in the banana. I don't even know what it is. Is it a car? Is it?
There's a
do you know-
banana car that drives around.
Yeah, he used to go up and down 360 all the time.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh shit!
We should just do a whole feature on like the
Shit.
weird like mascots
Austin man.
of Austin.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Oh yeah. Austin.
Yeah.
Well, you got to find out these weird things that are
Some of
happening.
them I
that
don't
are-
know.
that are not
Yeah.
just murders.
I've
and-
definitely right. Do you
Rainy.
think there's a Rainy Street Ripper? What's your thought?
All my information is through TikTok, so I don't think I know.
So you're
I
not-
can't give an educated guess.
Good for you
But
for
it
knowing
seems
that
to
doesn't
be-
make you an expert.
Yeah. I think it's very possible. The fact that there's no videos or anything that I don't
I
know.
think it's odd that it's so many men.
It's men
the
that are in their
fact that
30s.
It's men, right.
I don't go to Rainy really anymore.
And it's not like the bars are so close to the water that you just step out of a
Yeah,
bar.
you
and
gotta go
fall.
pretty
like,
far
right,
down.
They make it sound like, well, people get drunk and wander off. And I'm like, how many people
like how drunk
are
do you
going
have to
half
be
a mile down the
to-
road to fall into the...
Oh, I get
As
it.
the
Like
kids
maybe
say,
you
it
get
seems a little sus.
Yeah.
But again, who knows? What's the motive?
right.
What are they getting out of it?
I'm waiting for Netflix to pick this up.
I have quite. It is interesting that the yogurt shop murders were finally solved. You saw that?
Okay, so I
DNA
saw
is,
that
is amazing.
I saw that it got solved. I didn't really look into it because I haven't watched the series
Yeah,
yet. So I
yeah.
wanted to kind of watch the series, but then it's like 6 hours or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I mean, just DNA is so incredible.
Is that what happened?
But
Like
I
20
remember,
years, 30 years later?
Yeah, and the guy's dead.
Oh,
yeah.
it's just
So
like,
it's not
well, here
like
it is.
justice is served. He's in it. But how,
Do you believe
how
that though?
wonderful
Like,
for
how
the,
do we believe it?
that he's dead.
Well, no, that it was him, or you know,
Sure.
because you can pin
Oh.
something on a dead person.
Yeah, but this guy had murdered it. Like, yeah.
Okay.
I think so.
So there's other evidence that he did more
Yes.
murder. Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, these are the fun stuff that you can write about. You know.
Where we've deviated so many different. Yeah, there's a million fun things.
Would you get
to
in
write
trouble
about.
if you actually wrote about the Rainy Street Reaper?
I wouldn't write about it if I didn't have the evidence to support
But like,
it. Just the
headline, is
speculation.
there a thing? Like,
Yeah, I guess I would
maybe
have
not
to
in
just,
a magazine.
Well, I'd have to interview, policemen, any
Bartenders.
witnesses if there were any,
That's true. There has
victims
to
of
be
the family. It
sources.
couldn't just all be conjecture of like, here's what I think happened.
Yeah.
It would have to, you have to
Yeah.
have journalism backing for all this
That's
stuff.
right.
One issue I have with social media is you can just kind of say anything without any veracity,
You can
without
just put
any
a
fact
poll
checking.
on your story
Right.
that says, "Is there a Rainy Street Reaper? Yes or no?"
I
And
still remember
watch
somebody
the percent.
posting, "Hey, they're filming an episode of The Bear in Austin. Look, did you see that thing
I
where it
saw-
said The Bear?"
That was-
and then
was that
wasn't
fake?
that like an HEB catering company or something? Like it
something.
wasn't actually the TV show.
Oh, yeah.
But anybody can just throw that up on
Oh, and it goes
social media,
viral.
and it goes viral, and then it didn't end up being true.
was
but if a publication did that,
You have to
people
have-
would flip out, and
Yes.
rightfully so.
Yes,
So-
of course.
so it is interesting living in a world where it's media, but then also content creators and then AI. I mean, there's so
don't
many
even
videos
start
I
that.
see on the internet where I'm like, oh, this cute dog and whatever, and
Oh
then
my
it's
gosh.
fake.
I've been seeing, my algorithm has taken me to Broadway shows that are AI.
Yeah.
And then they post a bunch of clips of these AI Broadway shows, and they look real, and they write the music. I saw one about Harambe, and it
the
was
gorilla?
like singing. It's like, "Don't shoot me." like
What?
I'm
What's
like thinking
cra-
like that. And I was like,
Poor
it's like a whole.
Harambe.
And then I've seen
Rest in
like
power.
I've seen crazy ones. And then today, literally this morning, I'm on TikTok, and there was a Broadway bow down, like when they come out and then they bow,
Yeah.
the curtain call.
Sure.
And it was Paddington, and there's a bear that's like looks like it's in the costume, and then I'm like waiting for it to be AI, and I was like, wait, this is real.
Well, what's wild is, it was real.
It was real. It's a
Yeah.
real
But
production.
AI, it'll get better and better and better where it will hit a point where you just don't even know. You can't even tell.
Oh, yeah,
I've been
I can't
tricked
tell.
many a time.
I can't tell.
Of course, my
anymore.
algorithm is just dog
Yeah.
videos. My sister, my mom, my friends, we just send each other dog videos. I think that's that's mental health.
Yeah.
This is for me. Like this is what keeps me sane.
My mom sent me this picture and sent it to the whole family. Like, isn't this so beautiful? It was a a girl in a wedding dress that was made out of sushi.
Oh.
And she's like 70 years old, so she fell for it. She's like, "Oh, how beautiful!" I was like, "Mom, you got to stop.
Yeah.
This is AI."
Have you ever seen that account Ethos ATX?
Yes.
Do you have any idea who it is?
No. Do you?
No, but they'll
It's
share our stuff and
hilarious.
they'll be like, "We won Best of ATX
It's
for Cleveland Chili."
hilarious.
Like they're so funny.
Whoever's putting in those prompts is very
And they
creative
have gone
and very
so
good.
viral. They
I
had that
follow it and I'll see
dinosaur
it.
like croissant thing.
Yeah,
Like it's
they
so
do. They do a lot of
funny.
sushi posts too, and some jabs are towards what I do,
Yeah.
and I was like, I laugh about it.
No, it is clever. I want to know
One of
who it is.
one of the funniest things is they there was the top 40 Austin restaurants by
Matthew Odom?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I'm not on it, but it's okay.
You weren't. You
No,
didn't
not
make it.
on
You want
it.
me to yell at him?
I don't think
I don't
he
know if you
enjoyed
know
his
this,
time
but
here.
Hearst owns Austin Monthly and the Statesman, so we
Oh, really?
office together.
Well,
We're
tell
in
him,
the
tell him
same.
to come on in, but I
I'll
don't think
yell
he
at him.
enjoyed his time at a restaurant. I had no idea who he was, but
Oh, okay.
um,
Bring him back.
what happened was he posted that, and then everyone was thanking him about being included
Sure.
in that. And then I was like scrolling through, and then Ethos posted
saw-
it, and
I
then he
saw, and he
reposted it. I was like,
reposted.
does he know
I wondered if he knew.
that they are totally trolling?
But I think we've reposted stuff they do because it's so funny.
Yeah,
it's like in
they're
on the joke.
so funny.
Yeah.
I don't know who they are.
I don't know who it
but-
is, but I love them. They're great. I feel like if you're getting parodied, then you know you're doing something.
That's how you know
right.
success.
Yeah,
When someone,
right.
there's a couple of things. Parody, when you are being copied,
Right.
and when you have haters.
I was gonna say when people are talking shit.
yeah,
then you
those are
know.
when you know. You know.
Wait, can
I've
we
had
talk
all
about?
three, so
Yeah,
No, I'm
no,
kidding.
you've definitely
That's
made
it.
it. Can we talk about Michelin? I mean, that just
can
happened.
talk about
Did you
Michelin.
go?
I didn't. So this
Did you
year
go
was
last
different.
year?
I went last year.
Okay.
This year was different, actually. It was shorter. It was only an hour long.
The whole thing?
The whole thing.
Okay.
You couldn't stream it. Last year they streamed it on YouTube, so
Okay.
everyone around the world can watch it.
Okay.
And only the Michelin stars and the bib gourmands got invited this year. No recommendeds got invited. Even if you are new to the list, they didn't get invited.
Is it just because last year it was the inaugural one in Texas?
I think so. And I
Okay.
think that the list is just going to keep growing. So to keep inviting everybody back, it's going to be hundreds of people
Right.
that are going there. So,
Yeah.
but last year they actually did a whole screening and of the recommendations, and they would announce your name.
I
and then we
watched
would
the
go on
live
stage.
stream
Yeah.
last year. It felt like watching
was
the
cool.
Oscars, but
Oh,
with people
being
you
there was
know.
cool. Yeah,
I
yeah.
was like
Isn't
screaming
it cool?
at the TV. Oh
Isn't
my
it
god,
cool?
I'm friends with Lindsay Leroy, Evan Leroy. It's,
Yeah.
oh my god.
Right?
It really felt like the Oscars.
Right? It
Yeah.
was so cool. And we got to go on stage and everything. This year was more of, for all the bibs, they just announced you and you didn't get to go on stage. The only people that got to go on stage were the ones that won the special awards.
Okay.
And the ones that
Like the
won.
Green Star and that
yeah.
kind of thing?
The Rising Chef. And also the stars, the one stars, they
Yeah.
got to go on stage. No bibs. No, like last year, all the bibs got to go on stage. All the recommendations got to go
Yeah.
on stage. I actually was watching it at home. Since there was no announcement, I'm just there with some friends playing board games and drinking. There was no announcement,
So you could
we just- the
you could
stream
watch
ended.
it, but they weren't streaming it to the public.
I had to download a Houston local TV app
Okay.
to watch it
Because
they were-
last
it
year
was in
I
Houston.
watched it on YouTube.
Yeah.
This year I had
This
a yoga
year-
class. Heaven forbid I take a
Yeah.
break from work for 5 minutes and I missed it, but then I came
Yeah.
back and I was like, I got to get something online and who was what and whatever.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, I was watching it, and then they're like, "Well, thanks for tuning in, and congrats to all our people." And I was like, "Wait, they didn't do the recommendeds." So my first hearing about it was Erin actually texted me, and she goes, "Oh, Le Calamar made it, like you said." I was like, "Great," because I love them. They were great
Love
when I
them.
ate there.
Yeah.
And then I was like, "Where did you see that?" And it was like, "You're not 365 Austin, are you?"
No.
No, it was them, but
Yeah.
they posted.
That's my friend Christy.
Yeah. So they posted it, and then I didn't know how to feel. I'm literally in my garage,
Right.
walking my friend out, and I get this text and I'm reading it, and it goes, "Oh, the calamar made it, and you're on the list too." I was like, "Where are you reading this?" And then she sends me 365 Austin. I was like, "How sourceable is this?"
Get it?
I don't. They must have just kept refreshing the website of Michelin until it said updated 2025.
Okay.
And then that's how you knew. And so
I
that's
think
how
that's the
I
first
found
spot
out.
I saw it too. But again, I thought I had missed the streaming of it because I had dared do a Halloween themed yoga class. It was the day before
No, but
Halloween.
it wasn't as advertised this year to like make sure you're streaming, make sure you're
Sure.
doing this, make sure you're doing this.
Yeah.
But the way I found out was through that text where Aaron was like, "You're on it," and I was like, "Shit."
It
I guess I'm
reminds
on
me of
it.
when celebrities are like, "Oh, I've been broken up with," and I read it in the press. Like they didn't even know. I mean, this is a good thing, obviously. But
Yeah. So then I went back in and I was like, "Guess I'm on it,
Yeah.
guys." But I didn't know how reputable it was because
I
it
was
was
trying.
it's just
Same, and
like
I was trying to get up
journalism.
an article, but I'm so big on fact checking,
Yeah.
and I was trying to pull it from spots.
Exactly.
But, what's their source on this? Did they miss something? I want to make sure I didn't miss anything, and it was
Exactly.
tough because I hadn't seen the streaming, but now I know that
Yeah.
there wasn't one.
Exactly. So like when that's the good sense about journalism versus just an Instagram
Right,
post. I was like,
right.
this is about me and my
Yeah.
life. Like, how much do I trust this? I'm gonna wait till I see it personally.
Right.
And then I actually so I go back in, and then finally I was like, screw it. I'm pretty sure on it, because then I saw another post. I don't know who it was, but I saw another post later that didn't have me on it. And I
Oh,
was like,
no.
what? And I think they just forgot because I'm one of the last ones on there
Yeah.
with a T.
Yeah.
TO. So I'm probably like the last one. I
Right.
don't think there's any restaurant that ends with anything
No.
after T.
Yeah, that's
that
probably
is on
right.
there. So I think I just got forgotten. I was like, oh shit, am I not on it? And then finally I saw it on the Michelin Guide, and I was like, oh great, I am
If
on
you're
it.
on the guide, you're legit.
And then the next day, I'm seeing everyone post it, and they send you a welcome email like, congratulations. I didn't get the email. So I'm
gosh.
freaking out the next morning.
you just
I'm
went
like
on
having a
roller
meltdown.
coaster.
Yeah, I'm like having a meltdown. I was like, well, this says I'm on it.
Right.
This says I'm on it. This person says I'm not on it. Everyone got this email this morning. I woke up to no email. And they send you a packet. It's like, hey, you're only allowed to use these logos, these colors,
To
and
post
things.
about it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I
so
never
they
got it.
control that.
Yeah. They don't want you to fraud, and like they're like, make sure you post the right distinctions.
that's
So I got
smart.
that last
Okay,
year, and
okay.
everyone's
I
like,
like that.
posting their things of
Yeah.
2025. I was
Yeah.
like, I'm freaking out, refreshing my email, didn't get anything. I'm like messaging other chefs. I was like, how'd you get that? They're like, oh, they emailed us this morning. I'm having a meltdown.
Gosh. Yes.
And I'm
Rightfully
like, I have to
so.
go to work and do all these things, and I'm just having so much hard.
You're like, but
concentrating.
365 said, and
Yeah,
I saw
exactly.
it. Yeah.
So finally, I opened my computer, and then I checked the Toshocon email, which is info@Toshocon, which they have never contacted before. They usually contact my personal
Directly.
one.
Okay.
And then it was
In there.
somewhere hidden with all the reservations and all these things. And then it was like, here's your welcome packet. And this is like 3 p.m. So
my
I've spent the whole
gosh.
morning freaking out. And then I finally got the email. I was like, it's been hidden in this. I was like, oh, thank God.
But everyone who had been on the list was still on the list, right? Other
Nobody
than
got-
places that closed.
That closed, yes. Nobody got taken off.
Right, and then they
regarded
added some.
They added, I think, like 4.
We're
to
actually really
recommend it.
happy because it's funny the timing of media. So Matthew Odom had his 40 restaurants,
Mm-hmm.
which came out, was that Monday or whatever it was, Sunday,
Yeah,
Monday.
yeah.
And then Michelin was Tuesday. And then our November issue, which you were on the cover of 3 years ago, is coming out like early next week.
Yeah.
And that's where we have our best new restaurants.
Good.
And several of those restaurants like Le Calamar and
Yeah.
like CD, which is going to be on the cover by the time
CD,
this-
I haven't been, but I really
by
wanna
the
go
time
there.
this podcast comes out, it will be out in
Yeah, yeah,
public.
yeah,
But
yeah.
you heard it first. CD is on the cover. Layla Bazem, love her. It's so good. Le Calamar.
I've been wanting to go.
Yeah, and Parish Barbecue. 3 of the best meals I've had this year. They're all in there, and they
Nice.
were all recognized. So
I
we're like,
love
yes,
that.
we're doing
I love
something
that.
right if we agree. But yeah, all those places are phenomenal.
Amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So if you're looking for a
we
place
know
to
our
try,
food.
I know you said you've tried Le Calamar. Parish Barbecue is so
Parish,
good.
And CD.
And CD's great.
Okay.
And I love it, like female chef.
Yeah.
It's great.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Now I have to reach out to them and get
She's
them on the show.
Filipina. It's
I was
wonderful. The
trained by a
laksa is
Filipina.
so good. Like
Yeah.
so many of the dishes are just distinctive and
Yeah.
amazing.
My first mentor chef was Filipino.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Angela was asking earlier about more like global cuisine in Austin. It's nice.
I
There's
love
so
that.
many cool flavors there. You have to go.
I would love to dig into this. Speaking of that, how did this happen?
You know what's funny? I was not editor-in-chief at the time. It
That
was Chris
Chris?
Hughes,
Yeah.
who we love.
Okay.
I say we love. I assume
he's
you
great.
love.
Oh my gosh.
One of the great smartasses of our time.
Let me tell you about Chris's dinner in here. We got hammered.
Did you?
I knew who he was too, and typically I would be very formal about it.
Yeah.
And we stayed until like 1 a.m. drinking. We blasted the music
Did he
up.
bring his wife
Oh
or
yeah,
friends? Or?
yeah, it was his
Okay, I
wife
love
and
his
just
wife.
4 other
Yeah.
people, and she was like digging it, but
Yes.
Chris was in it. He's like partying,
Oh, he's
drinking,
so
and he's having a
fun.
good
Yeah.
time, and he's like mind blown that this omakase can do this.
Yeah.
And at the end of the dinner, they're like my business partner and other people were like, how'd it go? And I was like, I think he had a good time.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know, but like, and then okay, but that's what happened. I would love to hear. Okay, go on.
No, I don't. What I was going to say is I don't have a good story for it
Uh-huh.
because when Chris was there, we had 3 editors at the time and he was editor in chief. So he was handling all the food coverage and
Yeah.
he set up that cover. I didn't know you at that point.
Yeah.
I hadn't been here at that point. I wasn't covering food at that point. So I have no idea how it
Yeah.
happened. But I don't think I'd met you then. I remember
I don't think
meeting
so.
you at the Best New Restaurants
Yes.
party.
Yes.
And then us chatting a few months later when we were talking about top singles and saying Zane would be a perfect fit for that. And I got to know you a
I
lot
love
better
that.
then. So I don't know how that happened, but I've always loved that cover.
It looks so good.
One thing that's really funny that no one would think about unless you're in the magazine world is when we do Best New Restaurants as the last issue every year, look at the word restaurants. It's a really long word.
Yeah.
So every time we really have to think about, Tribeza's smart. They did the food issue, small word. We really have to think about the placement of the word restaurants when you're laying out the cover because it's such a crazy long word.
Yeah.
Like look at that top cover there from Tribeza. You wouldn't fit the word restaurant there.
Yeah. No.
Like it's so
long,
these are the
yeah.
things that nobody thinks about, but we're thinking about layout and placement and all that. But I think that's such a solid cover. Like I love it.
It is.
It makes me really happy.
It is. It's got me a lot of dates.
Has it?
I've used that on my date.
You know what? Good for you. Why
I
not?
have.
No, it's great. And you look so like, just confident and strong and like, yeah, it's awesome.
It's of I didn't know that. Do you tell your people that they're going to be on the cover before? Because no one told me until it actually came out.
Often we'll say we're considering this for cover.
Yeah.
A lot of times we'll do multiple photo shoots and then whichever one fits best as a cover we'll use. So when we did the Best of ATX cover with Pickle Pizza, we also shot other photo shoots that we were considering for a cover. And incidentally, what's really interesting, sometimes, because we work months in advance. And sometimes you get it right and sometimes you get it wrong.
Yeah.
But last year, we put Evan Leroy on the cover for Best New Restaurants. And we had also done a photo shoot with Poeta because they were one of our Best New Restaurants. And we were debating. And we mocked up both covers. And we ultimately decided to go with Leroy and Lewis. And thank God, because if you'll recall, Poeta closed a few months
and then
later.
they
They've
moved.
now moved,
Yeah.
but they closed. And Evan won a Michelin star.
So you hit it.
If we had, but if there have been times where we've picked something and the timing has not worked out that way. So that one worked out brilliantly.
Yeah.
But I just was like, thank God. I think the Poetic cover we had done was
Poeta's
gorgeous.
great too, yeah.
Yeah. No, I love Poeta. Nothing against
Yeah,
them. It
but
was
then
just, we were
everyone
trying to
would
pick,
Google it,
sure,
and then it's closed.
it'd be like,
and it's
no,
like,
this
what?
cover place isn't even, you can't even go there. Versus
Exactly.
a spot that literally you had just won a Michelin
Yeah.
star. It was perfect timing.
Exactly.
But people don't realize how far in advance that we work. So we've just found out, like I said, that several of the restaurants and Best New Restaurants are now Michelin recommended. Well, we didn't know that.
Yeah.
We've been working on this since, the summer.
Exactly,
Or early
exactly.
fall. Yeah. So it's
That is
funny.
awesome.
That's
I
one
love
thing
that.
about print where it's permanent and it's a long process and it can work to your advantage or it can work to your disadvantage. I've had people be canceled in the meantime of, between when something came out. People have literally died. Like it's wild.
Wow.
Yeah, it doesn't happen very often, but it happens. Or things will change, places will close down, people will get divorced. Like, a lot can happen in that 6-week period.
Yeah.
And people don't
the
think about
timeline.
that. Yeah.
It's 6 weeks.
Well, I mean,
it's like you're already working on it.
Yeah, we're cover topics get set way in advance. We have an editorial calendar, but then when we're actually working on an issue versus when we send it to the printer and then it hits newsstand, probably like a 6-week type period.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay. Well, that's
it depends,
really
but
cool.
yes, that one in particular, I'm like, oh, I'm glad the universe was on our side on that, and I'm glad Poeto reopened too.
Oh yeah.
And now they're getting accolades because I love that couple. They do Intero as well, and they're wonderful. We had that picture in the magazine. They were still featured in the magazine, but they weren't on the cover.
What was the process like to become the editor-in-chief?
It's really funny because I avoided it as long as I could. So I've been at the magazine almost 15 years now, and I started as the style editor. I was in the middle. I didn't really have the ambition to take over. I knew how much work that would be. I was sort of happy in the middle. But when Chris left, and I adored Chris, we got along so well. When Chris decided to leave, I had a moment of, well, what am I going to have someone new come in and boss me around? I've been here for more than a decade. So it sort of felt like, if not me, who? If not
you just put your name in the hat?
And I kind of was like, I think I want to take over as editor, and I think if you don't think I'm the right fit for this, that I'll do something else. Because we'd had a situation years earlier where someone had been the interim editor but didn't ultimately get the job, and it almost felt like a professional situationship. So I was just really clear of I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to fill this role for 8 months and then you ultimately hire someone else. But you guys know me at this point.
Yeah.
If you can't commit to me now, you're never going to commit to. And so they hired me, and then I took over. And it was really stressful because we went from 3 editors to 2 editors. We used to have a social media person. Now we don't.
Do you do it?
Yeah, it's me. Wow. It's me and the other
Doing
editor.
socials is a lot of work.
It's a lot of work, and it's really fun. But that's why, it's not uncommon for me to work 80, 90, even 100-hour weeks.
Really?
And that's why I'm trying to get better work-life balance.
What would be the next step after?
Yeah, I don't know. I didn't even think I would get this high. Next step is retirement. I don't know. I mean, I feel like this is the dream job. I love Austin. I really like being editor-in-chief. You never know where life will take you.
Yeah.
I guess if I had kids, maybe I'd want to do something where I'm not working such crazy hours.
Well,
but
yeah.
In terms of ambition, I think this is beyond what I ever thought, and it's great.
Yeah. That is so cool. I mean, when I'm thinking about your job, I know nothing about it.
Well, you know a little bit.
No, I'm learning.
Yeah. I think people forget how much I write and edit because all they see is everything else I'm doing. I think people think I'm a professional party girl, and I go on podcasts and I moderate panels and I interview Brad Pitt and go on TV, but I don't know that they realize I'm writing and editing and working in PDFs and layouts and copy editing and sending things to the printer.
Yeah.
That's what I was hired to do.
Yeah,
It should be
but
the most important,
get to
biggest
go
part
do
of my
all
job.
these.
But the other stuff it takes up time and is fun too.
Okay, well, what is your favorite event of the year that you get to go to or throw? I went to the Burger Bash. I love the Burger Bash.
I have to say my favorite event that we throw is Burger Bash.
Burger Bash.
It's so perfect in its simplicity. You could hear the phrase Burger Bash, and you know what it is.
Yeah.
You go and you try a bunch of burgers, and it's a party. It's great.
It's so good.
We've done it 3 times now. This year it was 1,300 some odd attendees. We had to cut it off.
Really?
We had to.
That's
it was sold
great
out.
thing.
Yeah. It's.
I was there.
Wildly popular, yeah. I mean, it was pretty hot outside. We did it Father's Day weekend.
It was very hot.
What are you gonna do in Austin?
Nothing.
You either
You
do
deal
it
with
in
it.
spring or fall when there's 50 events a day, or you do it in the summer when you're gonna sweat your ass off, and that's
Yeah.
okay.
That's
Austin. You pick your poison.
I saw someone who brought a pizza box
To Burger Bash.
to Burger Bash and just would have 20. He just went to and had them all, and then just
as a
sat
way to
it down.
hold it?
Yeah,
I think my friend Hayden. It might have been my friend Hayden.
it is Hayden. It was
Hayden Walker,
Hayden.
yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome Food Magazine. That is so funny.
Yeah, that was
I'm
a
like,
fun-
I know that guy. Well, you know, it's just such a small community here where media all knows each other. I'm friends with the other editors. I'm friends with influencers. I'm friends with the chefs.
Yeah.
You know, Austin's the biggest small town.
Yeah. I would love. That was going to be my next question. Actually, was cutting between competitors and friends, and you're all editors. You're all journalism.
Yeah, we're all friends.
Do you guys share information, or do you like?
Well,
kinda
we have
keep
what
it?
we call Editors Club.
Okay.
And the editor of Tribeza, the editor of Austin Lifestyle Magazine, the editor of Austin Home, the editor of Austin Way, and we all get together and we're friends and we
Really?
talk shop, and it's nice to be able to compare notes and vent because only other people who are doing it understand how hard it can be. Even though it's glamorous and fun and amazing, it's a lot of pressure and it's a lot of stress, and we have really small staffs, and everything we do is very public and very scrutinized. And if you make a mistake, everybody calls you out on it, you know. So it's great. Yeah, we're all friends.
But there's never like a race to do it first, or like
I mean, of course, you know, especially with social media, it's
to drop
not
news.
even so much with the other print mags, but you know, with the 365s and the When Where What's, and I'm friends with them too.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
know Christy, I know Chris at When
Yeah.
Where What, like, but there is sometimes you want to be first.
Uh-huh.
It can be that Ricky
Yeah,
Bobby,
it
like
is.
if you're not first, you're last.
It is like the Michelin night.
Yeah.
You know,
No, I wanted
365
to
was the
get
first
something
one
up
I
that
saw. And I
night.
was like, you did this quick. How the
Definitely.
to the fact where the restaurants that are included in this list are
Right.
finding out through you. That's
You don't even know.
fast.
Yeah, I don't know how they got that up so quick. I want to get things up quickly, but again, I want it to be accurate.
It has to be accurate. Yeah.
So, and it's funny with our website because it has this thing where you can fix things, but it'll take sometimes up to an hour for a change.
so it's
So
screenshotting
even
and
more
like
so,
all
I
these
was, you know, I don't want to put something inaccurate in here, and then if someone goes to the website, they see the wrong version. Even if you've updated it, it's not going to update for an hour. When this is the moment
Or
that
you-
everyone's googling, including chefs who may or may not be
Right.
on the list.
Right.
Yeah. So of course there is. It's, you know, it used to be with when a new restaurant would open, we wouldn't go review it for at least a month, usually
them
2. We would give
get
them
it- let
time
them
to
get it
work
down,
the
yeah.
kinks out. Nowadays, they will invite media and influencers before they've even opened to the public. They'll invite media and influencers to friends and family
Well,
night. Talk about not working the kinks out. You're the guinea pigs.
Yeah.
They're testing it
That's
out.
what landed these influencers in hot water and restaurants in hot
Sure.
water is that they are posting this soft opening and also reviewing it during
Well,
soft
and
opening.
you've seen this happen. I mean, I've seen multiple, I won't name names, but I've seen multiple
Yes.
instances of this where the restaurants and the influencers are sparring over this. And I miss the days when you would go 30 days later. But now, if everybody else has covered it and you wait 30 to 60 days, you're a dinosaur.
Exactly.
So I always
Exactly.
say you adapt or die. And
Yeah.
that's how this industry
Well,
is.
it's the post content of what's coming, but
Right.
they have criticized things
Sure.
about the soft opening, which caused this whole thing.
Right.
For me, like I did soft opening for I think like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
I can't serve that many people here.
Of course. Well, and you want that feedback.
Yeah,
you want
exactly,
people to say,
exactly.
this worked, this
But
didn't.
for us, we said, hey, if you come into the soft opening, feel free to take pictures, feel free to do this. Don't post anything until we say you can post it.
Okay, good
because
for
we
you.
were still secretive. Nobody knew
Right.
what we were doing yet.
But
it
you
wasn't.
also have 6 spots to fill. Some of
Exactly.
these restaurants, you know, opening a restaurant is expensive. There's delays.
Exactly,
And they're like,
exactly.
we need to bring in revenue immediately.
Yes, exactly.
But it doesn't always work to their advantage
Yeah.
when it's not good yet. There's
Uh-huh.
restaurants that I did not like in the soft opening. And then I went back 6 months later and thought
Exactly.
it was great.
Exactly. Soft openings you can never judge a restaurant from soft
But
opening.
people
Those are
do.
those
That
are
has
the
become where you
rehearsals.
get judged and where it goes viral on
Yeah.
social media. And let's face it, if you say something mean, it'll go even more viral.
Well, that's the thing about grand openings too. Like
Yeah.
I hate grand openings because they're a fucking shit show.
But that's the whole game now.
Yeah.
I mean, every night I'm going to some grand opening. I wish it were different, but it's hard to stay relevant. And to that point with the print magazine, since we're not breaking news, we're coming out months later.
Yeah.
You have to find more nuance. What's the story behind it? What makes this interesting beyond just here are the facts that you've already seen online a million times? So that's why I like the actual storytelling, the details.
Yeah.
And why this matters, giving context.
What sticks out to you when you are trying to pick a restaurant to write about? or a chef or anything?
I mean, again, with the story, the story, is this a new type of cuisine that Austin doesn't have yet? Does the chef, we just featured someone in our this issue that's coming out who's 25 years old, who's already got these like, Michelin accolades and different things. And it's like, well, why does a 25-year-old have all this experience and all, stories like that? What makes it unique?
Totally.
And is the food good?
Yeah.
I'm not really big on writing, oh, this place was terrible. If I go somewhere and it's terrible, typically I just won't write about it. But I don't want to say, I mean, that's another thing with influencers is if they're getting paid, they're going to say, this brought to you by blank water. This is the blank water, the best in the country, and we want to be able, I want people to feel like they can trust us. And if we said it's the best, it's the best.
I saw a clip that was comparing that once. It was just like a parody video. It's like someone at IHOP or something.
Yeah.
And they're just eating pancakes and they're like, yeah, it's a pancake. I mean, what do you expect? And then they had like the IHOP manager come slide them an envelope of cash and be like, this is the best pancake you're ever going to have.
Right.
It's like, you can't trust this.
I like that clip that they show from the Truman Show where she's like, how would you like a nice cup of whatever? And he's like, what the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
They're like, this is every influencer. But listen, I'm friends with the influencers. Like, I think some people are too mean.
Oh, they do great things.
They do incredible work. They make
find
things. Yeah, same. Like I said, I found out about pickle pizza through influencers posting it. And I'm like, that seems interesting.
Exactly.
So I don't think it's a us versus them thing. I think there's a space for them and a space for us. But we've had to adapt for sure. We've leaned so much into social media.
Yeah.
Our social media account is huge now. And it's 2 editors running it. I don't have any background in that. But we learned it because who else was going to do it?
Exactly.
And now we go viral for, Tiff Streets falling from the sky or Sabrina Carpenter arresting Joe Keery at ACL or whatever.
Yeah. Isn't it wild when something you post goes viral?
It's always anything with celebrities, is going to do well. But yeah, there are some things where it's surprising.
I saw a post go viral. This is considering when you're saying social media posts versus journalism.
Yes.
Is during ACL weekend 1, someone posted this stupid thing that was like, oh, rumor on the street is there's somebody who's staying at the proper that everybody had to sign an NDA.
Yeah.
And she's blonde. And I was like, we know who that is. I was like, dude, she's not coming to
I was told on good authority that Taylor Swift was here and she was staying at the Austin proper.
You're saying that was a good source?
I mean, it was someone I trusted who was told by someone she trusted. But my thought was, why would they do that? Because then that would so upstage Sabrina Carpenter that's all anyone would talk about. First of all. Second of all,
it's her moment.
It's right. It would ruin her moment, and the safety concerns of like a crowd flipping out and running up to see Taylor. And I don't know, the timing of it, I just didn't think so.
Yeah.
But it's like enough people were saying it where you go, maybe like we're not saying for sure, but is there a 20%? Yeah.
Watch. And then she's like, I got a special guest for you. And we're like, oh my God, it's actually true.
Right.
That Shania
well, and then it's like you almost
Shania.
feel disappointed when you saw Shania. If you hadn't known anything, you would have been really excited. But then everyone's kind of like, oh, yeah.
Well, she's great.
No, she is
it was
great.
so
it was
cool to see her.
For her.
Like, I was actually just sitting and like watching Sabrina. And then when Shania came out, I was like, oh shit. And then I got up and started dancing and having a great time.
Yeah.
But I can understand that people were like, "Is Taylor coming?
No, I mean, I had been told, it's happening. And, I just heard from this security guy. And just, that's why you just have to be careful with, like, who you trust.
What a life you have to live if you're her. Like,
yeah, I mean, all of them. I'm glad for Sabrina that it wasn't her. But I will say the fact that The Life of a Showgirl came out that weekend and they had that song together, I was making a case in my mind of, maybe if that was their last song, it would have to be at the end. It's not like they could do it in the middle and keep going.
Actual encore.
Everyone would flip out, But again, that's all anyone would have talked about, and that wouldn't have been fair to Sabrina, who's such a great performer.
Exactly.
I dressed up as her for Halloween.
You did?
Yeah.
Nice.
My coworkers didn't know who she was. I came in with my fuzzy pink handcuffs. They thought I was a stripper. Some of them. They didn't know.
Fuzzy pink.
Right, because she does the thing where she arrests people like Joe
Were you
Keery
arresting
and-
people all night?
I mean, I arrested some people. Yeah,
Like guys you thought were cute? That's actually a great way to hit on people.
It is a great way to. This was at the Statesman Austin Monthly costume party, so this was just at work. This wasn't out. In
Okay, so
public.
not appropriate.
No, it would have been a good way to hit on people, but no, I was asked to judge the costume contest, so I decided I needed to dress up, and I'd found a dress at Goodwill that was, I think, $9 that looked like the dress she wore at a sale. So
Nice.
always love an excuse to
I love
dress
that.
up. I like putting on a show just like you.
Well, showing up and sticking to the theme
And
goes a
having
long
fun.
way.
I like people that
Yeah.
will commit to the bit and have
That's
fun and have
so
that good energy.
important, actually. I realize I hate being the person who just is not involved in what's going on.
Like have fun.
Yeah.
Bring energy
Like
to things.
read the instructions, see what's going on, see what's happening. Like the gala I went to for experience camps, it was wear burnt like Texas orange.
Yes.
And I have nothing formal Texas orange. So
Who does?
I went to go find this tie that was bright orange.
I was
and
gonna say,
I
were you
loved
supposed
it.
to wear a suit like
Well,
Dumb and Dumber style?
Yeah. But I wore like this dark blue suit, white shirt, and I had this bright orange tie. And it took me forever to find that tie, by the way. And I was like, I was about to give up, and then I had this moment where I started thinking about it to myself, where I said, don't be the person who just doesn't follow what the suggestion is.
Yeah.
And when I got there, I found a tie. I got there and I was so happy. I was like, I feel like I'm a part of it rather than the people who just didn't want to.
Right.
But like all of them, everybody dresses their self. But for me, I felt really good to go along with the theme.
It's
It feels
respectful.
good. Oh yeah.
And it's fun to be a part of
Exactly.
something. I love anytime there's a costume element. I'm into it. But some people will not. People will say, "Oh, I didn't see that." I had my 40th birthday party. I said, "Dress as your spirit animal." And it could be a literal animal. It could be like Dolly Parton.
Yeah.
It could be a movie character. And a lot of people got into it. But then some people said, oh, I didn't even see that on the invite. I'm like, yeah, you did. You just didn't want to do it. And it's fine.
It's fine.
But it's more fun.
Let's stay home.
Yeah. I just think costume parties, the energy of them
They
are
are
so
fun.
fun. It's a conversation starter.
Yeah.
My parents met at a Halloween party. So I've always thought Halloween, there was like a romantic element to it.
You feel very protected when you're in a costume.
Yeah.
You feel like wearing masquerade or something. When they can't see your face, you're a lot more confident and you can actually
You can be
do a lot
playful. You
more.
can go up and arrest strangers with your fuzzy pink handcuffs.
Exactly.
And you couldn't do that the other 364 days of the year.
Last year I was ray gun from the Olympics.
Nice.
And it was so fun because I can just dance
I
however
forgot
I
about
wanted to
ray
dance.
gun.
And I was just doing the stupidest dance moves. But I was like everyone wants to dance like an idiot sometimes. And I was in character able to do that because it made sense that I was ray gun.
I forgot about Ray gun. When you first said that, I guess I was thinking Raiden from
From
Mortal
Kombat.
Kombat.
Yeah.
And then Ray gun is a wildly different costume.
Yeah. All right. Well, are you ready to try something?
Yes.
Okay. How crazy do we want to get?
Is it alive?
No, it's not alive.
Okay, I don't want anything living.
Nothing's going to be alive that I would feed you.
Okay.
But I do like to do something that I have an idea that we're just going to try something really crazy that I am worried about too.
Okay.
But I found something that I think would be really good.
Let's
and
do
I'm
it.
going to grab it
Okay.
and we're going to see how it is. I have it right on the other side of this desk. It's going to get messy
Okay.
a little bit, probably, but
I'm
we're going to try it.
excited. Okay. Can I take these off?
Don't wear it.
Oh,
This is for you.
is it a dinosaur egg?
Okay.
Oh God, is it a snake egg?
No, hell no. I would never do snake egg. All right, so what I have is a this is so
Scared.
gross. It's a fermented duck egg.
Oh, I'll do that.
But it's like
How do you open it?
we can just open this like that.
thought
I don't
it
know.
was
Let's use
a
my teeth.
dinosaur egg. I thought we were Jurassic Parking it.
But it's like fermented.
I messed up. Oh, I can just tear it. I messed up my teeth by opening too many things with my teeth.
Really?
Well, there's a tiny little chip in my front tooth. They had to kind of sand it down. So I finally learned stop doing that
Yeah.
after 40 years on this planet.
I was at the UT game yesterday. I saw somebody open a beer can with his teeth, and like they wanted a shotgun, and they're just like. And I was like, oh
I've seen
man.
people do that. Wait, so am I cracking
Yeah,
this?
we're gonna have to crack it. So like,
Is it smelly?
it kind of smells. Ugh.
Okay, just like
Here,
on
but,
this.
you know, what, let me get us some gloves.
Well, I can do it.
Okay, we're gonna do it. Okay,
Yeah. Oh my
let's see what
god.
this. I've never had this
I
before.
really
but-
thought like
oh,
a
it's
baby chick was gonna come out.
dark. Oh, it's black.
It's like green. Well,
Is it?
maybe it's black. Where did you get this? Is this the Truth or Dare
Asian
segment?
markets. Asian markets. This is
Do I eat the whole thing?
no. Do not eat the whole thing.
Oh,
You
just, like, take a
out of
bite?
it, yeah, unless you
don't
want to
know.
do the whole thing, you can.
I just don't want to get sick.
It looks like-
I'm going to Austin
like
FC game and I don't
sulfur.
want to
It
like
wa-
throw up on
You
people.
won't. I might throw up right now. I'm actually not a very big.
I feel
adventurous
like I'm
eater.
handling this better than you are.
You are. I have a list of ingredients that I'm gonna do for the show, and some of them I'm very, very.
Are we
nervous.
doing it at the same time?
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see what we got here.
It's an interesting
sure.
consistency.
Wow.
Feels like it's gonna be a jelly bean. Cheers.
Well, oh, it smells so bad.
Just
actually.
you just it's like
you gotta
it's
give
like
it a
Barton
smell.
Springs. You
Wait, no,
can't
no.
dip your toe in.
Give
You
it a
just have
smell.
to.
Wait.
No, I
cheers.
don't want to smell it.
Give it a smell. Oh, it smells so bad.
I don't think it's bad at all.
It's jelly.
Yeah.
Wait, we gotta get to the yolk.
Oh, so I do have to keep eating? Kind of got bait and switch.
is gross.
I don't think it's bad. Is the yolk bad? Do I need to bite farther?
Oh my god.
It's so weird.
I swallowed it.
I don't think it's that bad. I mean,
Does yours smell the same as mine?
no, I don't know.
Switch.
Does this? No, I don't.
Switch. Switch.
Smell. You just smell this and you tell me.
Oh yeah, they both smell bad. How do you not smell that? It
don't
smells like
know.
rotten eggs. Oh,
I think it's fine.
oh. Yeah, that.
I didn't try the yolk. Do I have to?
Yes,
Okay.
I tried it. Oh. Ew.
And why are we doing this?
I don't know.
This was your idea.
I don't know why we're doing this.
I think it's fine.
I don't like it. Also, my
I don't
taste,
know that I
my
would
taste
eat
buds
it
are
for
very sensitive,
fun,
so
but
I need more
I don't think
water.
it's bad.
Okay.
I'm glad you
just-
didn't hand me like a pepper that would set my mouth on
Oh, I
fire.
wouldn't
You know
do
the
that.
Scoville.
Maybe for
What's
somebody.
the Jennifer Lawrence
Yeah,
hot ones,
yeah.
hot wings, whatever. where she's-
This was
What do you
gross.
mean?
I am not looking forward to that.
Okay,
again.
are we done with?
We're
the-
done. We just put it
okay,
aside.
okay.
But okay. Final things. What's your favorite bite in Austin? And two questions. What's your favorite bite of food in Austin that we can recommend people to go? And what's something that who do you think, who would you like to show more love to that people should check out?
Okay, my favorite. It's hard to pick a favorite
Sorry, my
bite.
mouth
If
is
you
still like-
said what's your favorite spot on the east side for burgers? I mean, just picking a favorite bite in general is hard.
Who do you think people should check out?
This is
needs
not a
that
hot
one love?
take. I think that everyone loves them, but I think the Suadero tacos at Suerte.
That's mine.
Is it?
That is mine.
No
The
way.
Sodero tacos is my number
They
one pick.
light my brain up
Holy-
like I would imagine drugs would
Dude,
do.
it is so good. I take everybody visiting out of town
Okay,
to Sorte
okay,
to
yeah.
get those Sordero tacos, and they're so
So good.
So
yes.
good.
So that's my. You
That's
have
your
to
bite?
go and try those. Yes. And then the second question was a place I want to show some love. I have to think about this.
like who?
Like a place that not that many people know about,
Yeah.
or
your sleeper.
I'm trying to think. I feel like I'm a basic bitch who likes what most people like.
That's fine.
I don't. Nothing is coming to me off the top of my head, but I will say that I recently went to Rocco's and it was really fun.
Right on airport.
Yeah,
Rocco's,
yeah. I don't. Again, this is. I don't know if they need love or not. They just opened. I think
No, I love
they're.
that.
I think they're getting attention because he was at Sammy's
Yeah.
before. But
Red sauce.
again, it's going back to that. It's really approachable. which I like.
Love that.
When I got my check, I thought it had been heavily discounted. And no, it's like, no, they just have good prices. Like you can go there and not spend $400 for a dinner out, and the food's good.
Yeah.
So it's, again, not a hot take, but I think Rocco's is fun and people should test it out. I'm sure I'll be driving home and think of like the one spot. I used to really love Veggie Heaven. That was my favorite place in college.
Okay.
Yes. It was this amazing vegetarian restaurant that was on the drag. But you know, it's been gone. They had a dish called Protein 2000. OG Austinites know it, but they've been gone for a while.
Okay.
And I think college students knew it and loved it. Yeah. So that spot was great.
Okay, I love it. So we have Sodero tacos. We have
Rocco's. Yeah,
Rocco's.
just go try the whole menu. You can afford it.
Okay.
You know, you can get the whole
bring
thing.
a bunch of
Get
friends.
cannolis. Yeah. It's not that big of a menu. I like small menus. I do not like massive. What's Cheesecake Factory? I don't like those massive menus where it's so impossible to pick a choice because there's 400. Oh gosh, I can taste that egg.
Oh, is it hitting
It's
now?
like-
Now it's hitting?
It's like delayed rotten
I've
egg.
had it in my
But
mouth
do
for
people
so
eat
long.
those for fun
For fun?
or for like as real cuisine? Are there certain
Yes.
cultures that will serve these?
Yeah,
unironically.
Chinese culture. I think.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But they don't do any other. Do you dip them in any?
I
like,
think you can put it in stew, like
Yeah,
soups
it
and
seems
stuff.
like if
I don't
you
know. I don't know if
added it
anybody would be
into
biting this like a.
Well, that's what I'm asking. I don't know. I didn't hate it, but I wouldn't eat it.
Oh, this smells like sulfur
for
and
fun.
rotten eggs, and it's kind of like a geyser coming
It's
out
a
of the
little
floor.
rotten eggy.
Yeah, it's a
But
rotten
now
eggy.
we can tell people that we've
You-
had it.
You sign the consent form. If you get sick, you cannot.
I mean,
blame
I
me.
thought a live animal was going to pop out of it,
Maybe
or that
in
it
the
was a
future.
snake egg. I would
I would
not.
never do snakes.
They
hate
scare
snakes.
me so much, and they don't seem that like they would
Never,
taste good.
ever. All right. Well, Madeline, thank you so much for doing this.
We've covered a
We
lot
covered
of ground
a lot.
here.
So, yeah, have fun tonight. Go Austin.
Yeah.
And look forward to everything that's coming out. If you ever need another cover for the magazine, you know,
We've got you covered.
you got. Thank you so much.